when half the league's tanking, the other half is sitting out for load management purposes. It's just different. And we see Nick Nurse make, adjustments. And this is a championship level coach. Obviously, he won the championship with the Raptors 7 years ago, whenever that was. But he has done things to stymie the Celtics, the ball movement, defending the three-point line. Obviously, he's gotten good mismatches or matchups for Embiid. Maxey has taken things. I mean, that's a guy that scares me tonight. Tyrese Maxey is somebody you really hope doesn't go crazy because he is as good as they come. And obviously, Embiid's been a problem since he's come back. But Maxey, I love that player. He's as good as they come. Defense first if you're the Celtics. That's what I'm interested in. So that's where they need to be. I still like the Celtics' chances in this game. They've played well all year. There's always that chance that the avalanche comes. Do I like relying on that? No. But I just think it's too late now to try to switch up what you are. And I think the Celtics are going to try to be that team and hope that the shots are falling, play defense, and we'll see. In looking at some other games, the 08 Celtics, they shot about 19 threes per game. This group shoots 42. We'll see if it works for them tonight. Grandy and Max on the call. We'll talk at halftime. We'll talk post-game. A lot to get to after this one. We got to wait and see how it plays out, and I can't wait. It's another Game 7. They've been pretty good in Game 7s against the Sixers. Home's been a different story, not just this year, but for other years too. And hopefully they can reestablish, at least for one night, some dominance at home. We'll talk to you in a little bit. Celtics, Sixers, Grandy and Max coming up pregame, 98.5 The Sports.
From the Town Fair Tire Studio, the game is on the Sports Hub.
Goes to the backhand and score! Two-hand slam!
Boston's home for sports. WBC Boston. 98.5 The Sports Hub, a Beasley Media Group station.
This is Shaw's and Star Market Celtics Tonight. Download the Star Market Deals and Delivery app today.
Jalen left-hand dribble drive, pulls up at the dotted line, floats it up, it rattles home, and Jaylen Brown has his 50-point game against Kawhi and the Clippers in L.A. Jalen, right-hand dribble, into the paint, goes to Derek White, who steps back into the corner for three. Moving and grooving.
The Celtics are brought to you by BetMGM, the king of sportsbooks, Amica Insurance, your New England Honda dealers, Cambridge Savings Bank, Valvoline Instant Oil Change, and by Shaw's and Star Market.
Jalen forces it up over C. No! He tied it! He did it! Jaylen Brown from the corner with 5.6 to go. Kick out, open. Tatum steps to his left, three in the air. Got it!
Big boys step up at the right time, man.
Also brought to you by Gulf, your New England Chevy dealers, Brex, Town Fair Tire, Big Y, Nicely Done, and by Michelob Ultra.
Keita comes up with it, forces it up and in, scored and the foul, and the Mias Keita night might have just had its signature moment. Pritchard, half court, it's in the air. He got it! He did it again! Peyton Pritchard did it again with the world watching. He knocks down a half-court three.
Also brought to you by Endless Energy, your New England Ford dealers, Mass Mutual, Clinton Savings Bank, Blue Sky Restoration Contractors, Ticketmaster, and by your Boston area Lexus dealers.
Confetti guns shooting green and white confetti and making the most beautiful blizzard you have ever seen. The Boston Celtics are world champions for the 18th time.
Now, here's Sean Grante and Cedric Maxwell.
Inside TD Garden in Boston, where tonight another collision with history, the kind that are bound to happen if you hang out here on Causeway Street. The most replayed, repeated rivalry in NBA playoff history reaches for the 9th time the latest 7th and deciding game between the Boston Celtics and the Philadelphia 76ers. Thanks for sharing the history and being a part of Game 7, sharing it with us. I'm Sean Grady. Cedric Maxwell, who played in 4, calls his 17th Game 7 with me tonight, joins me shortly. No one has won more Game 7s than the Celtics. No one has lost more Game 7s than the Sixers. Only 13 teams have come from 3-1 down to win a series. Only one has done it twice in front of fans, Boston. And both times, they did it to the Sixers. It's been 44 years since Philadelphia succeeded in beating Boston, but failed to heed the message they received that night to beat L.A. They've had 6 chances since to eliminate the Celtics and have gone 0 for 6. History hangs over the head of this building tonight. The legacies of players on the floor will forever be changed. The leprechauns and the ghosts are here. Is this the night the Sixers finally exorcise them, or will it be one more night of Game 7 Causeway Street magic, one that will undoubtedly define this most fascinating Celtics season? The opus and graduation night of their gap year, or a crash and burn 3-game losing streak to bookend the one that began the season and thus reframe the extraordinary 83 games that came in between. Tonight, the Celtics play for their season, not just its present, but its forever place in the lore and the hearts of Celtics Nation. Not a bad night's work. Coming up on the fastest 30 minutes in the NBA, the Game 7 edition of Shaw's and Star Market Celtics tonight. A season defined by injury and absence for both of these teams. Ends for one tonight, and of course it will end now with the biggest possible injury. Jason Tatum, the star of the Celtics' Game 7 win over the Sixers here 3 years ago, will not play tonight in Game 7. The Celtics have had 6 dress rehearsals without him all year. Will those pay off with the stakes so high? Then we'll break down Game 7 from the Sixers side before Game 6. Nick Nurse went out of his way to talk about limiting the Celtics' offensive rebounding, and his team did, as well as anyone has all year. That's been the secret sauce to the Celtics' historic offensive season. Can the Sixers choke it out of them one last time? We'll take our trip around the NBA. The Rockets fizzle, the Magic collapse, and the ghosts of Kawhi's Game 7 come alive in Toronto.
Scotty on the drive into the lane, kick to Barrett. Deep three, no good. Yes, it is! Yes, it is! With 1.2 to go, Barrett's shot hit. It went straight up in the air. The ghost of Kawhi Leonard. And it came down through the 10.
We'll check in with the head coach, Joe Mazzulla.
I'm sure at the end of the day you can't run from the fact that it has a different feel, but I think in situations like this you want to eliminate unpredictability, emotion, and things that you can't control, and you have to go to the details.
Well, coming up next, a disappointing end to Game 5 in Boston. Only got worse in Game 6 on Thursday night. We'll look back. Tyrese Maxey out at half court. Final 5:18 here. Celtics down by 17. Joel Embiid puts that body on Shireman. Spins, kick to the corner. Edgecombe, 3. Good night. Margin is 20 again with 5 minutes to go. That's all coming up. And more as we count it down to the NBA record. 9th Game 7 between the Celtics and the Philadelphia 76ers. We share the history once again with you. Bottom of the hour on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Bring on the fun and bring home a new Honda with a great deal on your favorite Honda vehicles. And finally take that road trip you've been dreaming of. Now's the time to check out the Honda Civic and HR-V from Honda, the 2025 Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com Best Value brand.
Based on 2025 Consumer Choice Awards from Kelley Blue Book, visit KBB.com for more information.
Every part of your life deserves protection, from your car to your home to your family. At Amica Insurance, they're committed to helping you safeguard what matters most. For more than a century, Amica has provided personalized coverage and world-class service you can count on. Whether you're looking for auto, home, or life insurance, they'll help you find the right fit for your unique needs. Visit Amica.com to get a quote today, because peace of mind starts with protection.
Clinton Savings Bank started in 1851. 175 years later, we're still excited about starting, helping you start with savings, a home, a business, or any other goal. Visit ClintonSavings.com, 175 years and just getting started. Member FDIC, member DIF, NMLS number 422081.
Hi, it's Jason Todd from Blue Sky Restoration. All basketball season, Blue Sky is restoring historic garden moments on the parquet. Tune into tonight's game on the Celtics Radio Network to hear this date in history, restored by Blue Sky. And remember, if you have a property disaster, visit goblusky.com. Restoring your property and your life for a brighter tomorrow.
BetMGM, an authorized gaming partner of the NBA, is adding extra excitement to every basket this year with special promotions, new features, and more. Log in throughout the season to find anything from odds boost tokens, same-game parlay boost tokens, and unique rewards in your account to amplify your winnings. Log in to BetMGM all throughout the basketball season to see what's new. Hope is here. Call 1-800-327-5050 or visit gamblinghelplinema.org. Must be 21 plus. Massachusetts only. In partnership with MGM Springfield. Play it smart from the start. Live chat at GameSenseMA.com.
Your hot takes on the Sports Hub.
I probably saw when I went to the back, saw me on the bike. My leg just was a little stiff when I came out third quarter, but, just kind of assessing the moment. Like, game was a little out of reach. We took the starters out and, let the bench guys do it.
That was Jason Tatum after Game 6. Yesterday, the Celtics issued a clean injury report indicating that Jason Tatum was 100% healthy and ready to go. About 5 hours ago, the Celtics issued an updated injury report listing Jason Tatum as questionable. About 45 minutes ago, Jason Tatum was ruled out of the 7th and deciding game here tonight at TD Garden. Welcome back to Shaw's and Star Market Celtics tonight. And that, as we like to say in the broadcast business, is not all. Because this gap year season is going to have its conclusion or its Picasso tonight. Because Joe Mazzulla isn't making subtle changes to the starting lineup. Baylor Shireman, Ron Harper, and Luka Garza will all start with Derek White and Jaylen Brown tonight.
Ooh, man. I tell you what you do if you mix things up, and I don't mind that at all. And I talked to, Luka before, is just the fact that he has to be extremely physical and use those fouls. And the thing I was thinking about was just standing in front of that freight train. When he runs into you, trying to knock you over, this is going to be one of those things where, this could be a Picasso.
And we said this at the start of Game 6.
How's that for the Bruins?
Come on now. What you want to see here, if you're a Celtic fan, is Joel Embiid with his hands on his shorts, bent over, while the ball is not coming in bounds because he's tired. And what Vucevic and Keita's inability to stay on the floor has meant is that no one, as you like to say, putting the wood, right, old school, making Joel Embiid feel like he's been in a basketball game. I spent today watching Game 7 of the 1981 series, and there was such an intensity and a physicality to it back then that you get tired just watching it. And that is the one thing. The Celtics put Joel Embiid in a lot of defensive actions in the win in Game 4, but they haven't physically punished him or made him pay a price for standing in the paint, and Luka Garza is your best chance to do that.
Absolutely. I think the physicality has to be there, starting from the beginning, and maybe taking a charge or getting up into the bodies. So going to be a lot of questions today, but here's the thing. So you say they got a chance.
And that's just it. And now the narrative obviously has shifted. It was a game that I thought in so many ways was going to define fair or unfair this season for the Celtics and the guy who, before we get to any player of the game stuff, to me this is Jaylen Brown's night. And it was going to be, even if Tatum had played, to me this was going to be Jaylen Brown's night. And it's not about having a 50-piece like he had against Kawhi Leonard in L.A. What I go back to is Game 5 against the New York Knicks here last year, when Jaylen Brown was the best player on the floor, and it not only saved the Celtics season for 48 hours last year, it was the keynote and set the tone for what this year turned out to be. But Jaylen Brown's MVP year and this extraordinary gap year season is going to be remembered quite differently if the Celtics lose tonight.
Yeah, I mean, you're looking at a lot of things that are going to be done. Joe Mazzulla mixing the lineup up, I think is good. There's some question marks that are going to be there, and guys shooting the basketball, but I'm going to enjoy watching this, how it unfolds. And Derek White is another guy who has to get off the snide.
And maybe, just maybe, we'll be talking about Derek White seeing the ball go down in Game 6. A lot of bad things happened for the Celtics, but Derek White had 5 open looks at threes, and he knocked down 3 of them. Before we get to the player, let's focus a little bit more on Game 7 tonight.
Money on that.
On the Kentucky Derby tonight. Offensive rebounding has been the secret sauce and/or the mother's milk for the Celtics, the gap year Celtics, recording the 5th best offensive season in NBA history. Something like many, many, many things that seemed impossible when these teams met on opening night here in this building, and nobody, and I mean nobody, picked the Celtics ahead of the Sixers 6 months ago opening night, yet people are all relative about house money. The one thing that Nick Nurse and the Sixers cut off from the Celtics in the last 2 games in the second half of Game 4, 5, and Game 6 was the offensive rebounding. You're adding two guys in the starting lineup here, Garza and Shireman, and that's been their specialty all year.
Yeah, those guys will hit the glass. They'll do a tremendous job of making it tough on the inside. And the thing that Garza always said, he doesn't care if you get the rebound. He feels like you have to secure it and pass it to the next person before he gives up on it.
All right, Max's play to bank on for Game 7 is brought to you by Clinton Savings Bank on the road to Banner 19. He's hitting some bumps here tonight. This year, our friends at CSB are celebrating a banner year of their own, 175 years, and just getting started. Visit ClintonSavings.com, member FDIC, DIF.
Well, you know, it's hard to get away from that guy right now, but it has to be Jaylen Brown. He has to be the bellwether. And not only on the offensive end, but more so on the defensive end, where Paul George has really just been more dominant at that position.
Paul George did not participate in the Sixers shoot-around before Game 7 under the weather. Is that going to be a factor tonight because he has outplayed Jaylen Brown through the first 6 games of this series? Max's keys to Game 7 brought to you by your local New England Honda dealers. Adventure more. Rory Less with the versatile 2025 Honda Accord. Learn more at newengland.hondadealers.com.
Use your fouls in a wise way. If you Luka Garza, whoever it is, and that's why you got 3 bigs. At the end of the game, none of them should have any more fouls. They should use all those fouls to slow Embiid down.
Still to come on the Game 7 edition of Shaw's and Star Market Celtics tonight. Our Game 7 conversation with Joe Mazzulla about feeling pressure, about feeling stress. He's been in this situation before. What he expects of his team and the decision-making process in holding Jason Tatum out of Game 7. All of that is coming up here on Celtics Tonight. We're going to take our trip around the NBA because last night was off the chart with 2 crazy games in the Eastern Conference. But coming up next, Mark Dondero has Sports Hub headlines. Bruins season ended here last night. Red Sox playing over at Fenway today, and obviously the Kentucky Derby going on. But the eyes of the sports world are going to be right back here at TD Garden for the 9th Game 7 between the Celtics and the Sixers. All of it coming your way on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Ah, New England spring. We're so ready to get outside and celebrate with all the deliciousness from Big Y. Charcuterie expertly plated, oh so nicely. Shrimp with cocktail sauce, chilled and spicy. Spiral ham glazed to perfection. Candies, cakes, and other sweet confections. Ah, yes, spring has finally sprung. Big Y. Nicely done.
For all your heating and cooling needs, you need Endless Energy.
HVAC repairs are a slam dunk with Endless Energy. Massachusetts' choice for HVAC. Self-schedule at goendlessenergy.com or call 775-END-LESS.
Hey, it's Felger here for Cambridge Savings Bank, my official bank. Whether you're looking to grow your successful business or start a new venture, count on Cambridge Savings Bank for service and support at every step of your journey. Member FDIC.
Visit the 99 restaurant this Friday through Sunday for their double bonus card special. Purchase a $25 gift card and receive 2 $5 bonus cards. You gotta love the nines.
Reed's Ferry Sheds. Over 50 years, we've been selling our shed the same way. We're like a stick in the mud. Reed's Ferry does this thing. When the customer comes in, we help them buy a shed. I know, over at the home improvement store, they're cutting edge. They've got this machine that goes, "Welcome, please scan your first item." Geez, I mean, you know, when it comes to not helping people, they got it down to a science. Now you got to Reed's Ferry. I'm sorry, you're going old school. We can't help ourselves. We pay attention to the shed customer, and boy, do we pay attention to our sheds. We wash them, sprinkle them with baby powder, give them a hug, and know them all by name. Bottom line, you end up with a lot more than their parking lot shed. Real service, better quality, backed by a 30-year warranty, and so good looking, you can put it in the front yard. See for yourself at reedsferry.com. Then you make the call.
Call 888-85-SHEDS.
Need a shed? If it says Reed's Ferry, you got a good one.
The game is on the Sports Hub. Sports Hub headlines, presented by Celsius Energy Drinks.
The Red Sox made a run at a comeback this afternoon against the Astros over at Fenway Park, but ultimately could not complete it, and they lost to Houston by the count of 6-3. Connerly Early was gashed for 5 earned runs in 4 innings. They'll play the series finale Sunday, 1:35, back at Fenway, and it'll be Eduardo Suarez on the mound for Boston. Charlie McAvoy has been offered an in-person hearing with the NHL Department of Player Safety for slashing Zach Benson on Friday night. as the Bees season came to an end in that Game 6, meaning the Bruins defenseman could be suspended for 6 or more games to start next season. The date of the hearing has yet to be determined as of Saturday. It was Golden Tempo who won the 152nd Kentucky Derby at Churchill Downs at 33-1. And finally, U.S. Ryder Cup captain Jim Furyk announced that Stuart Sink and Justin Leonard will be the vice captains for his team for the 2027 competition at Adair Manor in Ireland. Grandy and Max will go. I'm Mark Dundeo for 98.5 The Sports Hub. Grandy and Max will go around the NBA next on the BetMGM 98.5 The Sports Hub Celtics radio network.
The C's are in the playoffs. Whether you're heading to the Garden or staying closer to home, make a pit stop at Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Get a fast 15-minute stay-in-your-car oil change, no appointment needed. Special offer at NewEnglandOilChange.com. Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Championship-level care for you and your car.
Grilling season is here, and boneless chicken is on sale at Shaw's and Star Market. Yes, get Purdue boneless chicken breast, thin sliced or tenders for just $2.99 a pound when you use the digital coupon. Limit 2. Use the Shaw's app for coupon deals like this, rewards points, and delicious recipes in Shaw's Meals Hub, like chicken and jalapeno enchiladas. Order online and get free curbside pickup, or choose delivery. Shaw's and Star Market, proud to be local since 1860.
All roads start with golf. The daily commute, road trips, reunions, even tip-off at TD Garden. For 125 years, golf has been fueling every journey. Golf is proud to be the official fuel partner of the Boston Celtics. Download the Golf Pay app to score savings like 5 cents off per gallon every day, along with a fast and convenient way to pay at the pump. Golf is here for every journey. See app for details.
Hey, it's Sean Flaherty, managing partner at Catches Law Group. If you've spent years working in construction, the wear and tear on your body can add up. And what many people don't realize is that those conditions may actually entitle you to compensation. At Catches Law, we've won more for construction workers than any other law firm in New England. We understand the work, we understand the injuries, and we know how to win. If your job has taken a toll on your body, it's time to find out your options. Visit catcheslaw.com for a free consultation today. There's no fee unless you win.
Hit 98.5thesportshub.com.
Timeout by the Magic.
No, they won't.
No, this is the game.
Time runs out, and it's over. This one's over, and the Piston fans in here standing and applauding. The Magic fans have to be stunned. The Pistons were down 24 early in the second half.
George Blaha sitting in for Mark Champion on Pistons Radio last night. People use the term collapse all the time. It's almost offensive, but you can't call that anything but for the Orlando Magic last night, who got outscored 34-4. Starting early in the third quarter, they blow a 24-point lead with a chance to close out the Pistons. Max, Orlando last night, up 3-2, scored 19 points in the second half, missing 33 of 37 shots.
Well, you just wouldn't think that, the way the Magic play, but Van Carroll is a big part. If he didn't play in the game, there's certain things that really you look at that are different about that team.
One of the Game 7 failures they unfairly, and I mean unfairly, put on Joel Embiid was the unforgettable Game 7 in Toronto in 2019 when Kawhi Leonard had that shot on the left side of the floor, and it hit the rim a couple of times. It bounced in. You live long enough, you see everything. You really live long enough, you see everything twice.
Scotty on the drive into the lane, kick to Barrett. Deep three, no good. Yes, it is! Yes, it is! With 1.2 to go, Barrett's shot hit. It went straight up in the air. The ghost of Kawhi Leonard. And it came down through the 10.
Paul Jones referencing the Kawhi shot. That was the first thing I thought of. Same rim, same ends of the floor. It was like the Halliburton shot last year for the Indiana Pacers at Madison Square Garden. And Celtics history, speaking of Game 7s, the Don Nelson shot off the back iron. It went over the shot clock. That's how high it went up in the air. A three-pointer that beats the Cavs and sends that series, like Detroit and Orlando, to a 7th and deciding game tomorrow.
Well, it's just kind of crazy. You'd think that Cleveland had that thing all but one. That ball bounces. If it, just ticks or it doesn't go in, would have been acceptable. But, Toronto wanted to win that game, so they did what they needed to do.
On a night that we remember, the night Toronto had that heartbreaking defeat that they handed to Joel Embiid and Joel Embiid's teammate that day in Game 7, J.J. Redick. J.J. Redick's Lakers go into Houston, beat the Rockets 98-78. They close out that series 4-2. The Western Conference is set. Quick thought, Max. Minnesota at San Antonio, Lakers at OKC.
You know, the two are going to be meeting. Be San Antonio and OKC.
The East, very much up in the air, and nothing more up in the air than this Game 7 here tonight, as the Celtics will start Baylor Shireman, Luka Garza, and Ron Harper, with Jaylen Brown and Derek White without Jason Tatum here in Game 7. We'll talk about it with the head coach next on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Want the lowest price on name brand tires? Town Fair Tire beats all the competition. We beat the wholesale clubs. We beat online prices. We beat all local tire dealers. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Town Fair Tire.
Need a new roof for your home or business? Then call East Coast Metal Roofing, lifetime guaranteed roofs, and get 10% off during their Spring into Savings event when you mention me, Felger. Call 844-611-ECMR or visit eastcoastmetalroofing.com.
It's Joe Murray, and I am in on Bally's Lincoln Casino Resort. If you haven't been in a while, maybe you're still calling it Twin River, you're missing out. This place is on another level. 4,000 slots, over 100 table games with live dealers, blackjack, baccarat, and a poker room. Free live concerts every Friday and Saturday at the Lighthouse Bar, plus big shows at the Event Center. Not to mention awesome dining, a full hotel and spa. Check out Bally'sLincoln.com and follow at Bally's Lincoln on Instagram. I am in on Bally's Lincoln in Lincoln, Rhode Island. Must be 18 plus. Gambling problem? Call 877-9-GAMBLE.
Electric bills keep climbing, and New England homeowners are feeling it every month. And that's why more people are turning to Devlin Energy, the region's trusted leader in solar installation and service. From brand new residential solar and backup battery systems to maintaining and repairing existing setups, Devlin does it all, even commercial solar projects and whole home electrification. They help homeowners and businesses control rising energy costs and move toward true grid independence. Call the pros at Devlin Energy. Take control of your power. Visit DevlinEnergy.com or call them at 781-812-0240 to get started.
Hi, I'm Richard Bracca with Stazione di Fedro, a fantastic Italian restaurant on Moody Street in Waltham. Stazione has 3 levels of entertaining space with their own bar and restrooms. Our roof deck has unforgettable views that overlook the Charles River, a prime setting for a spring social. Graduation season is upon us. Stazione di Fedro has private dining space to accommodate groups from 10 to 100 plus, and plenty of free on-site parking. So join me at Stazione di Fedro for a fine Italian scratch kitchen dining experience that you will love. Grazie.
If you love music as much as I do, visit my friends at Fidelis Music Systems in tax-free Nashua, New Hampshire. Watching the game on the big screen while listening to the bone-crunching tackles on my Fidelis hi-fi rig puts me front and center right in the action. Visit FIDELIS Music Systems in tax-free Nashua, New Hampshire. Or call them at 603-880-HIFI.
Zoe and Beetle, middays on the Sports Hub.
Our conversation with the coach is brought to you by Shaw's and Star Market. They make shopping, saving, and meal planning easier than ever. Download the Shaw's Deals and Delivery app or the Star Market Deals and Delivery app today. Here's Grandy with the coach.
All right, Mark, thank you. Well, here we are. Joe, when you win, the illusion is that everything was perfect, and when you lose, the illusion is that everything needs to change. It was clear a lot of the things that you've done so well all year, offensive rebounding, not turning it over, shot margin stuff, wasn't happening in Game 6. How much of that, when you look back on it, was them? How much of it was you?
I mean, I think it's always a little bit of both. I mean, I think when two teams are going after something, there's going to be a push and pull, a battle of wills. And so I think it was a little bit of us. There was definitely opportunities that we could crash more. There was opportunities for us to take care of the ball more. And I thought they've made a conscious effort throughout the series of inching out. And, you know, in the beginning of the series, they were helping a lot more. And then it's easier to offensive rebound when teams help because you're off the body. They made a little bit of an adjustment by not helping as much, and so they're closer to our crashers, so now it's easier for them to try and box out. So we have to make the advantage, and, you know, we have to be faster, tougher to be able to do it.
You've coached in 2 of these. You've been on the bench for 2 more. If a game is just a game, regular season or playoffs, is Game 7 just another playoff game, or do these have a different feel?
I mean, I'm sure at the end of the day you can't run from the fact that it has a different feel, but I think in situations like this you want to eliminate unpredictability, emotion, and things that you can't control, and you have to go to the details. I mean, we have to offensive rebound tonight. We cannot turn the ball over. We have to defend without fouling. We have to make plays. It is going to feel a little bit different, but at the end of the day, it comes down to one game, and we got to put ourselves in position to win it.
Do you feel it around you in your interactions with people today, media just driving in here, that there's a different sense around it?
I mean, I think you can't run from the fact that it is the last game of a series and an opportunity to either extend your season or have it be over, but it doesn't change your process or your preparation. I think you have to go in with both the same preparation, the same process.
You have played thousands of minutes this year without Jason, so I don't imagine that specter, even if it was a last-minute thing, I don't imagine that specter affects you that much, or more importantly, the guys in that room.
Yeah, I mean, I think the regular season is all about developing different identities. I think it's the one thing that I've kind of learned in the first couple of years is you don't want to be stuck to playing a certain type of way the entire year, because the playoffs may force you to play different. So we were forced into a new identity because of his injury and absence, and when he came back, we got different identities, and when he was back and someone else is out, we had an identity. And so we've just been able to go to different things and different identities, and I think in those moments, in moments like this, that's what you lean on.
Preparing is interesting. That's Joe. We have joked for 4 years now about your fondness for situations that cause stress, whether they be ice baths or doing MMA or jiu-jitsu against world-class players you can't possibly beat. As you get set to coach a Game 7, I realized we've never talked here about why it is you love those things as you sort of thrust yourself into this environment.
I mean, I think that's the environment that your job calls for, is to be able to do that. And I think it's an interesting piece you mentioned. Stress is like, stress doesn't know that it's a Game 7. Stress is just stress. It doesn't know whether there's good stress and there's obviously bad stress, but the stress doesn't know what the situation is. And so I think you have to be able to put yourself in those situations so that you could trust your instincts more, you could think clearer, you can kind of be prepared more and physically, mentally, and emotionally, because those things are tested in games, any games. I mean, to me, some of the most games in the regular season, have tested you a ton, and so I expect tonight to be the same way.
Are you excited to see what the men you have coached all year long, how they react in this environment?
Absolutely, and it's not a group of people that I'd rather be with.
Game 7, it's next on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Bob's a financial professional who's currently enjoying a win-win scenario, meeting with a valued client and enjoying a round of golf. But Bob's used to win-win scenarios because he works with Mass Mutual, who not only provides the freedom and flexibility to offer his clients products and solutions that meet their needs, they offer Bob the autonomy, compensation, and optional home office support that meet his. Win-win. Success for your clients and yourself. The feeling is Mass Mutual. Learn more at massmutual.com/wealthmanagement.
98.5 The Sports Hub and the Celtics Radio Network welcome the following new partners. Delta Dental of Massachusetts. They've teamed up with Boston's Sam Hauser for Veterans Assist to help deliver dental care to veterans experiencing housing challenges across Massachusetts. Blue Sky Restoration. Tune in to hear this date in history being restored by Blue Sky all season long. And remember, if you have a property disaster, visit goblusky.com. And your New England Chevy dealers and the Chevy Silverado. From the home of the Celtics, thank you for joining our winning team.
You're not dreaming. Astound Gig Wi-Fi is just $40 a month, forever. It's the deal of a lifetime. Plus, you get a $200 gift card. What if your internet bill just never went up? No surprises, no contracts, no increases. No, seriously, just $40 a month for Gig Wi-Fi, for life. And a bonus $200 gift card when you switch today. Why wait? Go to astound.com.
Imagine looking up and seeing 49 championship banners hanging from the rafters. Because for 49 straight years, Ford F-Series has taken the crown as America's best-selling trucks. And Ford F-Series trucks are still the team to beat. Featuring the F-150 and the strong, hard-working Super Duty. See your New England Ford dealers and make this a banner year. Sales claim based on 1977 to 2025 CY total sales.
Felger and Maz, afternoons on the Sports Hub.
Maybe we should have known all along. Maybe we should have known when the Celtics and Sixers began this season here on opening night that the first test would be the final exam for a Celtics season that was going to be tough to define. It didn't happen in Game 5. It wouldn't happen Thursday in Game 6. Tyrese Maxey out at half court. Final 5:18 here. Celtics down by 17. Joel Embiid puts that body on Shireman. Spins, kick to the corner. Edgecombe, three. Good night. Margin is 20 again with 5 minutes to go. Maybe we should have known all along. It's been a rite of spring for decades. Repeating images that last forever in the Boston-Philadelphia sporting zeitgeist. Larry's runner, Tatum's 50, KG's uncut gem. Beat LA, Havlicek stole the ball. One of sports' most selective clubs tonight gets a new member for life. Maybe we should have known all along it could end only this way. Celtics, Sixers, Game 7 is next.
This is Boston Celtics basketball.
The 1957 season is over. The Celtics are the world champions.
The Celtics are brought to you by BetMGM, the king of sportsbooks, Amica Insurance, your New England Honda dealers, Cambridge Savings Bank, Valvoline Instant Oil Change, and by Shaw's and Star Market.
The ball game is over. The Celtics have won the World Championship.
Also brought to you by Golf, your New England Chevy dealers, Brex, Town Fair Tire, Big Y, Nicely Done, and by Michelob Ultra.
The Boston Celtics have won the World Championship for the 15th time.
Also brought to you by Endless Energy, your New England Ford dealers, Mass Mutual, Clinton Savings Bank, Blue Sky Restoration Contractors, Ticketmaster, and by your Boston area Lexus dealers.
It is banner 17. The mission statement is mission accomplished. It is banner 18. The mission demanded is mission accomplished.
Now, here's Sean Grante and Cedric Maxwell.
And amidst the bedlam at TD Garden, here are the Celtics starting 5.
From Iowa, number 52, Luka Garza. From Creighton, number 55, Baylor Shireman. From Colorado, number 9, Derek White. And from California, number 7, Jaylen Brown.
The Sixers starting lineup will not change in Game 7. Kelly Oubre, Paul George, who's been brilliant, Joel Embiid, who has changed the dynamic of the series with his return, Tyrese Maxey, and VJ Edgecombe. Starting lineups brought to you by Amica Insurance, exclusive auto, home, and life insurance partner of the Boston Celtics. The opening tip of Game 7 brought to you by Gulf. Score 5 cents off per gallon with GoPay. Download the GoPay app today for the fast and convenient way to pay at the pump. Gulf, celebrating 125 years of fueling every journey. Official fuel partner of the Boston Celtics. Hatred, angst, grief has fueled 44 years for the Philadelphia 76ers since they eliminated the Boston Celtics last in a Game 7 on Causeway Street in 1982. Max, they will never, ever, ever get a better chance than this.
Well, no, they won't. But I tell you what you're going to do. If you give this crowd an opportunity to try to bring you home, tonight they will. Because if you keep this thing close or get on the spurt, Tatum's coming out now. It's just like unbelievable when you think about how these games are played. But, hey, that's what the big boys do.
Jason Tatum walks through the tunnel in street clothes, daps up Derek White, and it is impossible to not see the disappointment on Jason Tatum's face. He is not all smiles coming out here. An absolute nightmare for him as he will have to watch a 7th and deciding game. And how poetic, how ironic, how fitting that this year, which began on opening night with the Celtics and Sixers on this same floor with so much uncertainty about what the Celtics could possibly be without Jason Tatum, it comes all the way around to a 7th and deciding game against the Sixers on this floor, wondering what the Celtics can possibly be tonight without Jason Tatum.
I love it. I absolutely love it. Because this is what heroes and this is what legends are made of.
In Game 7, reverse jerseys. Philly in the home white, blue and red trim. They will go right to left. Celtics will wear the road green, white letters and numbers. They will go left to right. Luka Garza will jump it against Joel Embiid. James Capers, who ref Game 7 of the NBA Finals last year, throws it up between them. Embiid wins it back to Tyrese Maxey. It's in the hands of Paul George. And Game 7, for better or worse, has arrived, and we are underway. Tyrese Maxey moving to his left. Jaylen Brown will guard him here at the start. Maxey moves to his right, over the shoulder pass. Embiid steps to his spot at the free throw line and knocks down his first jumper.
It's a nice little play. get Joel Embiid and then running start.
32 times the Celtics have had a 3-1 lead in a series. 32 times they have won. 18 times the Sixers have been down 3-1. 18 times they have lost. Baylor Shireman down the left side. Leans in on Oubre. Stops and flips it back out to Jaylen Brown. Starts to break down with 5 on the shot clock. Jaylen dribbles behind the Garza screen. Straightaway 3. Short. Long rebound. Embiid's got it. Quick outlet. Edgecombe. Derek White back defensively. Edgecombe Euro steps. Lays it up and in. 4-0 Sixers.
You're the Sixers. This is the start you wanted to get.
In each of the game 7s here, 81-82 in 2023, Philadelphia had a 9, 10, 12-point lead in the second quarter. Derek White steps to his left. That 3 is way off. And the rebound for Kelly Oubre. Try to shoot it on the move. Embiid runs over Garza, and the foul's going to be on Garza. It was close. Garza thought he was there, but he was still leaning a little bit, and Embiid just ran over him. Yeah, that's the right call.
But, you know, take those kind of fouls. Take it.
Yep.
Those are body blows.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
You can't allow Joel Embiid just to run over you.
Side on the bounds into Embiid. Baseline extended against Garza. Pulls up 18 feet. Jumper rims out. Rebound Jaylen Brown.
You want him falling away, not going towards the rim.
Jaylen with the black sleeve under the green jersey. Dribbles into Paul George. Kick out Derek White. Right hand dribble behind a Garza screen. Throws back out. Garza open. Straightaway 3. No. Missed it badly. Rebound Embiid. Celtics have gotten some decent looks here at the start. All 3 threes, and they've missed all 3. You know they're going to shoot a bunch of them tonight. They're not going to lose that shot margin tonight. Paul George drives past Derek White. 2-hand slam. Sixer bench goes wild as Philadelphia leads 6-0. Perfect start for the Sixers. Jaylen Brown, left-hand dribble to the free throw line, kicks out to an unoccupied wing and throws it away. And Jaylen Brown just looking around. He's not playing with regular teammates now. Joel Embiid trying to grab the basketball off the Boston bench, and he is screaming. And the Celtics are going to get the delay of game. Tyler Ford talking to Joe Mazzulla about it as Joel Embiid was battling with Celtics coaches and staff on that bench, trying to get the basketball. So emotions already running high, but the Sixers doing their best to stem the tide here. 6-0 lead and the ball. Entry, Embiid, about 20 feet away against Garza. Throws the left shoulder into him. Double team from Harper. Bounce pass kick out. Paul George moves it to Oubre. Wasn't ready for it. And the ball's turned over. Derek White leads a 4-on-2. Finds Jaylen Brown. Attacks, lays it up. No good. They don't call a foul on Paul George. Edgecombe, long lead. Great play to dive and knock it away by Harper. And Derek White moves it ahead to Shireman and draws a loose ball foul on Paul George. That was a wild sequence with a great hustle play by Harper to prevent an easy 2.
Wow.
Emotions already running very high here in the first 2:17 with Philadelphia leading 6-0 in the Sixers. Watching the Celtics miss their first 4 shots. Fouls on Oubre.
Oubre instead. That's a foul early on.
The crowd going to do everything they can. Garza sets the screen for Jaylen Brown, who fumbles it out of bounds. The Celtics try to junk it up at the start, changing the lineup, changing the look, but they are 0 for 4 with 2 turnovers in the first 2.5 minutes, and that is not going to be sustainable for long. Remember what Joe Mazzulla does have here is Pritchard, Hauser, Keita, Vucevic, and Walsh all on the bench. Still 6-0 Philly. Maxey moving to his right. Push pass for Edgecombe. Decent look. Right side 3. Got it. 9-0. See how long Joe lets this go. 2 minutes and 45 seconds in. Derek White driving down the right side. Pulls up on Edgecombe. Takes the paint away. Kick back out on the bounce pass for Baylor Shireman. Now Garza straight away. One dribble. Goes to Shireman. Celtics getting confused here with his lineup. Shireman, left-hand dribble, turns the corner. Attacks. Throws a wild pass out to the wing. Derek White has it. Jumps into a tough 3, and that's the one he hits.
Wow.
That was going nowhere fast. And Derek White bails it out. 9-3. Philly by 6. Maxey steps to his right and almost got the 3 right back. It was an open shot. Rebound. Slapped in the air. Jaylen Brown comes down with it and leaves the Celtics 3-on-2. Jaylen Brown kick out. Harper 3. No. Rebound deflects and pulled off the floor by Oubre. Embiid pushes it ahead to Maxey, who lays it in. And the Sixers playing perfectly here against the emotion. Lead 11-3. Garza sets a high screen for Jaylen Brown. Jaylen pulls up, free throw line jumper in the air, no good. Rebound, Maxey. Rough start for Jaylen Brown. Maxey for Edgecombe, kick into the corner. Oubre open, 3 rims out. Celtics dodging bullets here left and right. Only down by 8. Feels like it's worse. Derek White moving to his right behind the Garza screen. Dribbling low, Embiid leaves the paint open, so Derek White drives, draws the foul on Edgecombe.
Wow. Great little stop there. The way for the defender to come down into the body. Edgecombe was up in the air. Boom. Wait. Drag foot.
Edgecombe did a good job. He was already in the air. He knew the foul was going to be called, of making sure he blocked the shot and that it wasn't going to be an and one.
Just wanted to give him something to cheer about.
Jason Tatum, NBC just got to him on the bench. His face is sullen. And we'll find out later how much he wanted to play, tried to fight to play. We don't know if Derek White misses a free throw. And the crowd wants to do everything they can, but the Celtics are not helping them early. 1 for 7, 2 turnovers, now a missed free throw. Harper is the first one of this modified starting lineup who will come out, replaced by Peyton Pritchard.
Remember how many points the Celtics left on the board from the free throw line?
They've only shot 73% in the series. So the thing is, it didn't really swing games because that, as exciting as it is to have a 7th game, this has not been a closely contested series. You had a few clutch minutes at the end of game 3. But other than that, games have not been close. Shireman tries to jump in the passing lane, and they're calling an offensive foul. It's going to be, I believe, on Maxey.
Shireman's going to do what he needs to do. He's going to attack.
That's not a good call. Celtics got away with one there. Shireman tried to jump the passing lane, but he did it too late. Foul should have been on Shireman. He sold it. And the Celtics get the ball back down 11-4. Pritchard, lead for Garza. Holding on the left side. Edgecombe reaches in, slaps it away, off Garza, out of bounds. Celtics turn it over again. 1 for 7. 3 turnovers for the Celtics in the first 4+ minutes. Here's Maxey. Bounce pass. Cutter Azubre, 2-hand slam. And again, a 9-point lead for Philadelphia. Jaylen Brown up the left side against Maxey. Gets the Garza screen. Dribbles behind it. Embiid waiting at the free throw line, so Jaylen will back it out. Lines up Embiid. Shot clock at 10. Moves into the corner. Pritchard. First touch. Dribbling low. Moves past Oubre. Gets in and scores with the left hand. Instant offense for Peyton Pritchard. Celtics down by 7. 13-6. Embiid runs into Garza. No shot, but he does get the second foul on Garza.
Celtics fouls on number 52, Luka Garza, his second team foul.
Joel Embiid just ran into people. Boom. Garza not stationary. Has to get his bias stationary so he can take one of these charges. Joel Embiid trying to sell all that.
He's trying to sell the free throws. Doesn't get those, but the Sixers get it in the half court. Already leading by 7. 13-6. Nearly 5 minutes into game 7. Paul George. Shireman in front of him. Moves it to Embiid. Embiid against Garza. Bounce pass for George. Return to Embiid. He's back behind that three-point line. Doesn't fire. Instead throws the body into Shireman. Here comes the double team from Pritchard. Embiid looking around with the shot clock at 4. They swing it to Edgecombe. Straightaway 3. Bounces out. Offensive rebound. Embiid had it. Lost it loose on the floor. Shireman dives. Rips it away from Paul George. Jaylen Brown had it in the corner. Knocked away. It looked like by George. Boston ball. And those are the kind of hustle play that not only going to give the Celtics a chance, it's going to bring the crowd into the game, and immediately Nick Nurse going to challenge.
Yeah, it looked like Jaylen was trying to just pick that ball up. It looked like it went right off his leg, but Jaylen, you got to get on the floor to get that basketball.
So we'll have a coach's challenge on the out-of-bounds play. 5 minutes and 14 seconds into Game 7. Philadelphia 13, Boston 6 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Ah, New England spring. We're so ready to get outside and celebrate with all the deliciousness from Big Y. Charcuterie expertly plated, oh so nicely. Shrimp with cocktail sauce, chilled and spicy. Spiral ham glazed to perfection. Candies, cakes, and other sweet confections. Ah, yes, spring has finally sprung. Big Y. Nicely done.
For all your heating and cooling needs, you need Endless Energy.
Staying cool is a slam dunk with Endless Energy. Book your no-cost HVAC replacement consult by June 1st, and you'll have a chance to see Boston's Green Team play for it all. Schedule your consult at goendlessenergy.com or call 775-ENDLESS. That's 775-ENDLESS. No purchase necessary. Find us at goendlessenergy.com for details.
No components means no connection. New Power is a global distributor built for tight supply. We stock and source memory, CPUs, GPUs, ICs, and more. New Power keeps parts moving because parts don't sleep. Visit newpowerww.com. They're hiring.
You know, everyone's got their spot, that place you head to for a great meal, drinks with friends, or takeout for the family. For me, that spot is 110 Grill in Hanover. The food's top-notch, the drinks are awesome, and the menu has something for everyone. Next time you're looking for your spot, go find your 110. Visit 110grill.com to find a location near you.
Hey, it's Grace Albert from Premier Basement Waterproofing, here with my brother Logan. For 3 generations, our family has been running the #1 rated waterproofing company in New England.
You got that right, Grace. We're the only direct vendor of ion pumps and high-octane drainage systems in New England. So when you're waterproofed by Premier, you know you have the very best protecting your home.
The last thing you want is costly water damage, so don't put it off any longer. Call 844-LIVE-DRY or visit premierbasement.net. And as our dad would say,
it's game over for water.
Toucher and Hardy, mornings on the Sports Hub.
All right, easy call. Successful coach's challenge for Nick Nurse on the out-of-bounds play, so it will be Philadelphia ball. 13-6 is the early Philly lead. Defensively, the Celtics were pretty much fine in game number 6. It wasn't a great defensive effort, but it was certainly good enough to have a chance. But it is the offense that abandoned them over the last 6 quarters, and it is off to a brutal start here in game 7. The Celtics just 6 points on 2 of 8 shooting and 3 turnovers here in the first 5:14.
Gotta get that basketball. The most important thing, keeping that basketball into the body. And get some shots at it. And you're going to watch over and over again and see what happens here.
Maxey is still arguing that call earlier when the foul got called on him when should have been called on Shireman. Tyler Ford explaining it to him, but Tyrese Maxey, I would just let that go. Everything's going great here for Philadelphia right now. 44 years since they last beat the Celtics in a playoff series. That had to be the most stunning result at that time after you had won game 6 again in Philadelphia. Come back for that 7th game. The 81 game was just an unbelievable classic game that was so close all game.
The thing that people don't know about just how sick I was that day. I had some kind of stomach virus, and first couple of minutes I was good. After that, I had nothing.
Under out of bounds. Joel Embiid takes it from Paul George. He enters to Edgecombe, who easily scores off the window. And again, Sixers have their largest lead, up by 9, 15-6. Midway through the first quarter of game 7.
They get some easy opportunities.
Peyton Pritchard behind the Garza screen. Attacks Joel Embiid. Tiptoes the baseline, brings it all the way out to the corner. They don't really guard him, so he takes the 3. Front iron, no good. And the rebound yanked down by Maxey, who flies back to get it again. Celtics not getting second chances here, and they are 2 for 9 to begin the game. Sixers looking for an early double-digit lead, which they have had in game 7s here throughout the generations. Embiid throws the body into Garza, finds the cutter. Oubre two-hand slam. Embiid passing out of that double team. No one is picking up Oubre when he darts in from the corner as soon as the double team comes. Sixers by 11, 17-6, exactly midway through the first quarter right now if you're syncing up with NBC. Garza, handoff to Derek White, return to Garza. Celtics need this one, don't get it. Open 3, rebound Embiid. And the Celtics just shooting horribly here at the start. Garza's going to come out, bounce past Oubre, reverse it up, blocked by Jaylen Brown. And it hits Oubre while he was sort of sitting on the end line. So the Celtics will get it here, down by 11.
Oubre's been a great decoy here. He's been getting all these passes going towards the basket, essentially by himself. Everybody's so focused right now. Kelly Oubre is just coming in on the backside, and nobody's guarding him. Bringing Kate in, so now you think of this way. You might have more of an individual one-on-one instead of the double teaming.
Jalen catches, drives, slides to the floor, picks himself up, and throws out to Cater. Return to Pritchard. 12 in the shot clock. Pritchard gets to the elbow. Kick out. Derek White. Straightaway 3. Yep. Oh. Derek White's hit a couple. Remember, he hit 3 of his 5 pretty good looks in game number 6. 17-9. Boston down by 8. 8 of their 11 shots have come from 3. Everyone's talking about live by the 3, die by the 3. The Celtics have to live by it tonight. Embiid dribbles to the free throw line. Jumper's good.
That's too easy for him.
19-9. 4 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists. Celtics down by 10. Jaylen Brown dribbles to the elbow, pulls up on Oubre, and knocks down his first shot of game 7. 19-11. Philadelphia by 8. 4:55 to go in the first. Maxey moving to his left. Throws to the corner. Oubre wide open. His 3. Rims out. Rebound Pritchard. Set a perfect screen to prevent Derek White from getting out there. Celtics with the ball down by 8. Jaylen Brown, head of steam, pulls up on Maxey, draws the foul, and we'll get free throws, and that's 2 fouls on Maxey.
Good job of being aggressive, getting right to where you need to be, looking for the play. And Maxey, you take him out of this basketball game. That's a real good thing. Although, Quick Grimes is probably a guy coming in this game.
Grimes was great here in Game 5. It was Oubre who was the unsung hero of Game 6. But when you get 2023 Joel Embiid and 2013 Paul George, the Sixers, as everyone thought they would be at the start of the year, no one believed that these three guys could be healthy. Everyone said, well, if those three guys are healthy, Philly is a real threat in the East. And they hadn't been all year until, for the Celtics, the worst possible time midway through their series. So Sam Hauser will check in.
Well, you're talking about junking it up. You made these things where you're looking to make changes. Move people around. Make the Sixers do something they don't want to do.
And these stoppages here, now you get a wet spot on the floor. This is where Joel Embiid eats. Because he can just bend over, suck in the oxygen.
I think he loves that.
He loves these delays here.
That's why you run him the way you do on these other plays. Looking for layup. Robert Parrish would have ran to death.
Jaylen Brown made the first free throw. Shrugs the shoulders, leans into the second one, is in the air and good. Celtics have cut it to 6, 19-13. A 7-2 run here for the Celtics. 4.5 to go in the first. Grimes has replaced Maxey. Edgecombe, left-hand dribble, gets to the elbow. Hauser slows him down. Kick back to Embiid. He'll crank up a three. No good. Rebound Sam Hauser. Embiid now just 2 of 17 from 3 in the series. Jaylen Brown spins around the back of Edgecombe, tries to turn him around. Steps back 15 feet. No good. Rebound. Kept alive. Loose on the floor. Derek White's got it. And hands to Pritchard. Celtics reset. They finally get an offensive rebound. Pritchard for Derek White out of the logo. Shot clock at 5. Derek White steps to his left. Takes a three that was no good. And Queta fouls Embiid away from the ball. More fouls that Queta can't pick up.
And pick those up. Let me see where the foul's at.
Sorry, boom. It was Oubre foul.
Set the pick and then move on. Move. Just move. Kelly Oubre is going to run right into you.
Embiid against Queta. Here comes the double team. Hauser showing it. Embiid throws a shoulder into Queta. Spins, fades on the baseline, and hits. Tough shot. Embiid has been brilliant ever since Game 5. 6 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists. Philly by 8. Pritchard left alone for a second. Quick three, short. Rebound. Maxey playing with 2 fouls. Gets in front of Jaylen Brown. Bounce pass lead. Edgecombe lays it in with the left hand.
They are running on almost every possession.
2 fouls. Maxey being out there is interesting as the Sixers going small here. Paul George coming out. 23-13. Jaylen Brown down the left side. Goes past Oubre. 2-hand slam. Oubre tried to sell the offensive foul. They didn't go for it. Jaylen Brown a little late, but he has arrived at the party now. 6 points in the first quarter. Celtics down by 8. Maxey pushes off on Jaylen and then runs it up and in with the right hand. Now both teams scored much easier. Philly by 10. Exactly 3 minutes remaining first quarter right now. 25-15. Philly by 10. Well, Oubre battling Jaylen Brown. Away from the ball. Derek White steps to his right. Launches. No good. Long rebound. Oubre's got it. Celtics had to have an amazing three-point shooting night in Game 7. It has started out 2 for 10. And they trail by 10. Embiid has the ball knocked away smartly by Queta out of bounds. Sixers will keep it with 13 to shoot. That brings us to the second media timeout. Celtics still trying to figure out combinations here in this 7th and deciding game. 2:38 remaining. Opening quarter, Philadelphia 25, Boston 15 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
In 1977, Ford F-Series became the best-selling trucks in America. 33 million trucks later, we've kept that title every year since. And that's a formula we plan on repeating. Ford F-Series, built Ford tough. The best-selling trucks in America for 49 years and counting. Based on 1977 to 2025 calendar year industry reported total sales.
BetMGM, an authorized gaming partner of the NBA, is adding extra excitement to every basket this year with special promotions, new features, and more. Log in throughout the season to find anything from odds boost tokens, same-game parlay boost tokens, and unique rewards in your account to amplify your winnings. Log in to BetMGM all throughout the basketball season to see what's new.
Hope is here. Call 1-800-327-5050 or visit gamblinghelplinema.org. Must be 21 plus. Massachusetts only. In partnership with MGM Springfield. Play it smart from the start. Live chat at GameSenseMA.com.
Every part of your life deserves protection, from your car to your home to your family. At Amica Insurance, they're committed to helping you safeguard what matters most. For more than a century, Amica has provided personalized coverage and world-class service you can count on. Whether you're looking for auto, home, or life insurance, they'll help you find the right fit for your unique needs. Visit Amica.com to get a quote today, because peace of mind starts with protection.
Grilling season is here, and boneless chicken is on sale at Shaw's and Star Market. Yes, get Purdue boneless chicken breast, thin sliced or tenders for just $2.99 a pound when you use the digital coupon. Limit 2. Use the Shaw's app for coupon deals like this, rewards points, and delicious recipes in Shaw's Meals Hub, like chicken and jalapeno enchiladas. Order online and get free curbside pickup, or choose delivery. Shaw's and Star Market, proud to be local since 1860.
Clinton Savings Bank was started in 1851. 175 years later, what still excites us most is starting, helping you start with savings, a new home, a new business, a new goal. Supporting community initiatives that open doors to new opportunities, introducing new technology that simplifies banking. Whatever you're ready to start, we're ready to help you make it happen. Visit clintonsavings.com. 175 years and just getting started. Member FDIC, member DIF, NMLS number 422081.
The Bruins play on the Sports Hub.
First quarter of Game 7 brought to you by your New England Ford dealers and Ford employee pricing for all. You pay what they pay. 25-15, Philadelphia start could not be much better here, shooting 63% from the floor. Joe Mazzulla tried to junk it up with the starting lineup, and as everybody and all the Twitter coaches around the world wanted him to make changes and do this, do that, but it's not that simple. And Garza, Harper, and Shireman, all three who started, were ineffective. Sixers build a big lead. Now you get Jordan Walsh creeping into the game here, which is interesting because Tyrese Maxey is coming out with the 2 fouls.
When you think about those guys who are going to defend the basketball, he's one of them. Or do you put him on a guy like Paul George?
So the Celtics now will close out the first quarter with Pritchard, Walsh, Brown, Hauser, and Queta. A lot of people thought this might be the starting lineup with no Jason Tatum tonight in Game 7. Edgecombe lobs it in safely to Embiid. 11 on the shot clock. Embiid finds Paul George coming off a curl. Straightaway 3 is good. And this dude has been amazing in the series.
Yes.
20 of 36 from 3. Largest lead for Philadelphia, up by 13. 28-15. Queta and to Hauser. Hauser closed down by Embiid. Brings it back. Peyton Pritchard against Quentin Grimes. Hauser sets the screen. Pritchard return to Hauser. Extra pass into the corner. Jordan Walsh for 3. Nope. Rebound. Jaylen Brown got a hand on it, but Edgecombe's going to come out of the pack with it. Sixers done a great job limiting the three-point looks, and Boston is 2 for 12. Perfect 10-minute start here for Philadelphia. Embiid from the free throw line. Jumper's good. Philly by 15.
He's getting right where he wants to go at.
Reality settling in here early. 30-15. Jaylen Brown moves it to the corner. Jordan Walsh drops it. Returns to Jaylen Brown on the wing. Jaylen elevates, feeling some contact. His tough elbow jumper is good. So now Jaylen's rolling a little bit, but he needs a lot of help here. 30-17. Philly by 13. 1:27 to go in the first quarter.
Some defenders.
Sixers were unaffected by the changes the Celtics made. Paul George spins away from Jordan Walsh, drives, and stumbles and throws it away. He had nowhere to go. Threw it right to Peyton Pritchard. Jaylen Brown running. Pritchard going to instead move it to Jordan Walsh. He's open. It's a 3. Celtics miss another open one. Rebound Embiid. Celtics just don't have the shooting horses on the floor here. Long lead for Paul George. Boston 2 of 12 now from 3. Paul George step back on Pritchard. Jumper is no good. Rebound Queta.
Why are you falling away? Just a smaller guy like that.
Great question. Pritchard, right hand dribble, and to Jaylen Brown. We move back to Pritchard, right side against Oubre.
Now you got to find who wants to score the basketball.
Pritchard going slow here. Shot clock at 7. Moves behind the Queta screen. Pritchard driving, floats it up for Queta. Throws it down with the right hand. We haven't seen that play run very much in this series. Celtics within 11 here. 2 for 1 for Philadelphia, leading 30-19, shooting 64% in the first quarter. Edgecombe out of the Leprechaun logo. Hauser watching him. Embiid sets a screen. Edgecombe moves behind it. Finds Embiid, free throw line, runs into Keita, and then throws in a ridiculous shot. All he was trying to do was draw the foul, threw it at the rim, and the shot went in. When it's your series, it's your series. 10-4 and 5 for Joel Embiid. Trying to exercise the ghost of his 3 Game 7 losses. Foul on Philadelphia away from the ball here. They had one to give with 11.6 to go in the quarter.
And the ball, the net
actually, before the Sixers were trying to give a foul, but they blew the play down because the net was messed up. So that stops the clock with 11.6 to go in the quarter. Celtics down by 13. Peyton Pritchard against Paul George, deep on the right side, starts his drive. Pritchard pulls up, lost the handle, loose on the floor. He falls down, and that's how the first quarter will come to an end. And you could not have scripted it any better for the Philadelphia 76ers, trying to end 44 years of frustration against the Celtics in the postseason. It is teed up for them perfectly now. End of 1 in Game 7. Philadelphia 32, Boston 19 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Hey, small business owners, listen up. There's a team rooting for your success at Cambridge Savings Bank. They're ready to listen, understand, and support your vision every step of the way. Visit CambridgeSavings.com, member FDIC.
Bring on the fun and bring home a new Honda with a great deal on your favorite Honda vehicles. And finally, take that road trip you've been dreaming of. Now's the time to check out the Honda Civic and HR-V from Honda. The 2025 Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com Best Value Brand.
Based on 2025 Consumer Choice Awards from Kelley Blue Book, visit KBB.com for more information.
You live for this. The wins, the losses, the slam dunks, and the buzzer beaters. The dream that this is your team's year. Hope. It's what keeps you coming back. So you represent with anticipation and with pride. Because when everything's on the line, your support means everything. That's why the NBA store is here to support you. Check out the largest selection of official NBA gear at NBAstore.com. A Fanatics experience.
Hi, I'm Paula Solomina, Business Development Manager at Blue Sky Restoration. What makes Blue Sky unique compared to other restoration companies? At Blue Sky, we take care of everything from beginning to end, so we're the only call you need to make. Visit gobluesky.com and we'll take it from there. Blue Sky, restoring your property and your life for a brighter tomorrow.
All roads start with golf. The daily commute, road trips, reunions, even tip-off at TD Garden. For 125 years, golf has been fueling every journey. Golf is proud to be the official fuel partner of the Boston Celtics. Download the Golf Pay app to score savings like 5 cents off per gallon every day, along with a fast and convenient way to pay at the pump. Golf is here for every journey. See app for details.
This is Boston's home for sports.
Celtics will trail by 13. We'll go to the second quarter as soon as we take 10 seconds for station identification on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
It's crazy.
From the Town Fair Tire Studios, this is Boston's home for sports. WBZ-FM at HD Boston 98.5, the Sports Hub.
Randy and Max at a sold-out TD Garden, and the Sixers played the perfect quarter to take the crowd out and stifle the Celtics offense with their makeshift lineup. The Ford F-150 first quarter brought to you by your New England Ford dealers and Ford employee pricing for all. You pay what they pay. 32-19, Philly by 13. As Joel Embiid, 10 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists. And when the story of the series is written, it's going to be about the notion that many of us who were asked before the series, just based on what we were told medically, Joel Embiid was not going to play in the series, and if he did, he would come back so late that he couldn't be effective. But in the end, Joel Embiid coming back as early as he did turned it completely upside down. $10 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists without a turnover, plus 13 for Embiid.
Can Vooch give you anything tonight?
He is not on the floor, but Hugo Gonzalez is. In his first meaningful minutes of the series in a Game 7. Moves it to Derek White straight away. Maxey on the floor with 2 fouls. Derek White, left-hand dribble, coming down the left side. Drummond comes in really deep and then reaches out and fouls Derek White with 6 on the shot clock.
Drummond, why would you do that?
Derek White, now they're discussing whether Derek White was rising up to shoot or not. He's going to the free throw line like he's going to shoot.
Yeah?
Yes, he is.
Well, if you...
Bad foul by Drummond.
Drummond, why are you reaching? Oh, God, on Tyrese.
And it's even worse. It's not Drummond. It's Maxey, and that's wrong. That's wrong, by the way. That's a mistake that they made at the scorer's table. That foul was on Drummond. Sixers lost their mind when Eddie Palladino made that announcement. Maxey's smiling about it now. But he's like, wait a minute. It wasn't me.
Maxey,
White gets the first free throw.
Yeah, like I said, Maxey over there having to fit himself. All of them.
Sixers scored the first 9 points, never looked back at the start of this game, unaffected by the changes. Just joining us, no Tatum, obviously, for the Celtics in Game 7. Started Shireman, Garza, and Ron Harper to try to mix it up. Derek White makes the free throws. 32-21.
Now, who's going to score the ball now?
With Jaylen Brown out. White, Pritchard, Queta, Hauser, Ugo Gonzalez. 5 on the floor for the Celtics. Celtics numbers this year were great with Ugo on the floor. Quentin Grimes floats it back to Maxey. Straight away against Ugo Gonzalez. Ugo dogging him. Maxey right-hand dribble. Stops. Lost the ball. Goes chase it down near half court. We're still 5 on the shot clock. Maxey turns. Gets to the elbow. Forces one up and hits it. Goes right down the middle. Wow. Can't do any more than Ugo just did. And Maxey did him dirty. 6 points, 6 assists for Maxey. 34-21 away from the ball. Edwards, I think, fouled Derek White. That was unnecessary.
2 fouls here.
You're looking for any little crumb for the Celtics right now, and 2 team fouls on the Sixers 48 seconds into the second quarter. When you're leading is not super smart basketball. Derek White, inbound to Peyton Pritchard. Queta sets the screen. Pritchard tries the left side of the floor. Grimes is there. Pritchard moves back behind the Hauser screen. Push past Derek White. Up fakes on Edwards. Dribbles around him. A off-balance flip shot up and good. Derek White starting to feel a little good here. He's up to 11 points here in Game 7. 34-23. Boston down by 11. 10:51 to go in the first half. If the Celtics ever get close in this game. Oh, foul. Paul George pushed off on Ugo. Boy, the Sixers are not playing smart here early in the second quarter.
Any little crumb that you can give this crowd, they will be excited.
When someone serves you something on a silver platter, you don't kick the tray. Derek White down the right side. Gets in pretty deep, pulls up, and scores over Edwards. It's down to 9. Derek White, 6 points here. Quickly to begin the second quarter. He's up to 13. Derek White, who's averaging under 9 a game in the series. 34-25. Philly by 9. Now the crowd's back engaged. Maxey with Hauser on the shoulder, deep on the left side. Grimes wants it. Maxey not looking that way. Instead, goes behind the Drummond screen. Maxey dribbles into the paint. Here's the bounce pass to Edwards. Closed down by Ugo. Shot clock at 3. Edwards falls away. Tough shot. No good. Rebound, Queta. Great defense from Ugo Gonzalez. And here comes Derek White. Up the middle of the floor. Celtic fans looking for anything to pop. Queta puts it to the floor. Drives on Drummond. Gets to the rim and scores off the window.
Nice little move going back across the body there.
Embiid leaves the game, and immediately Boston cuts it to 7, and they force Nick Nurse to call timeout for the first time in Game 7.
Wow. Celtic fans all of a sudden, great move then, as he just drove right towards the hole. Make something happen.
9:51 to go in the first half of Game 7. Philadelphia 34, Boston 27 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
The C's are in the playoffs. Whether you're heading to the Garden or staying closer to home, make a pit stop at Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Get a fast 15-minute stay-in-your-car oil change, no appointment needed. Special offer at newenglandoilchange.com. Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Championship-level care for you and your car.
Hey, it's Zoe, and you can design your dream outdoor space with Techo Block and South Shore Landscape Supply. Check out Techo Block, North America's leading manufacturer of paving stones, at South Shore Landscape Supply at 171 VFW Drive in Rockland. South Shore Landscape Supply, huge selection, endless possibilities. Learn more at sslandscapesupply.com.
Hi, this is Bob Sosi, voice of New England football. You've heard me talk about ClearPath, and I have exciting news. ClearPath is evolving its name to Veterans Pathways of New England. Putting veterans first has always been their mission. Massachusetts and New Hampshire residents can continue to support our veterans and save on auto insurance. Working with Safety Insurance, policyholders can make a $50 tax-deductible donation to Veterans Pathways of New England and continue to earn a 5% discount on their safety automobile insurance. New Hampshire and Massachusetts residents can say thanks to those who serve and get rewarded. Visit safetyforvets.com.
Want the lowest price on name brand tires? Town Fair Tire beats all the competition. We beat the wholesale clubs. We beat online prices. We beat all local tire dealers. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Town Fair Tire. Electric bills keep climbing, and New England homeowners are feeling it every month. And that's why more people are turning to Devlin Energy, the region's trusted leader in solar installation and service. From brand new residential solar and backup battery systems to maintaining and repairing existing setups, Devlin does it all, even commercial solar projects and whole home electrification. They help homeowners and businesses control rising energy costs and move toward true grid independence. Call the pros at Devlin Energy. Take control of your power. Visit devlinenergy.com or call them at 781-812-0240 to get started.
The Pats play on the Sports Hub.
Celtics down 7, 34-27, 9:51 to go in the second quarter. Earlier on Celtics Tonight, I was making reference to the Game 7 that the Sixers played in Toronto that will forever be remembered for the Kawhi Leonard shot that beat the Sixers at the buzzer. But in that game, Joel Embiid played 45 minutes and 11 seconds. He only sat out 2:49, and in that 2:49, the Sixers got outscored by 12, and that's what cost them that Game 7. He leaves the floor here for 2 minutes and 9 seconds to begin the second quarter, and the Celtics go on an 8-2 run to cut this immediately from 13 down to 7.
Well, and we asked who scored the basketball for the Celtics with Brown being out, and Derek White has kind of come up and come alive in this game so far. I just love the fact you have a Game 7. And you know, you see certain heroes step up. Luka Garza comes in, makes some noise. Isn't it pretty amazing, though, right now, that you haven't had Vooch in this game?
Vooch has struggled in the series. It was always going to be a tough series for him. They changed it up with Garza. Now they have the minutes for Keita without Embiid on the floor. Keita cannot pick up fouls when he is not on the floor. Here's a foul on Derek White, stepping in front of Paul George. First on Derek White, first team foul on the Celtics. 9:42 to go in the first half.
That could have been a foul on.
It was close. Paul George bumped him pretty good.
Yeah, it wasn't on him.
Edgecombe. So that up and down series, but he's been great in the Sixer wins. Enters to Paul George. Paul George turns on Derek White. Pull up. Contested 16-footer is good. Paul George has been unstoppable in this series. Playoff B, 36-27. Philly by 9. 9:21 to go in the first half. Peyton Pritchard moves it to Keita. They pull away from Keita. He's going to dribble in a little bit, then shovel it out to Derek White. Derek White looking for the opening. Tries the left side of the floor. Gets into 12 feet. Contested jumper. Front iron, no good. Rebound Drummond. Pulls it away from Keita. Derek White was never set on his feet there. Good defense. Sixers looking to regain the double-digit lead. Maxey dribbles behind his back. Drives, floats, does not get the bounce at the rim. Rebound Hugo Gonzalez. Maxey got there but couldn't finish. Pritchard angles to the middle of the floor. Sixer defense been on point here. Pritchard moving to his left, behind a Keita screen, into the paint, attacking Drummond, bounce pass, here's Keita, pump fake, and then a vicious right-hand flush over Drummond.
That was made then by Pritchard. Dribbling, two guys get on him, this time a little shovel pass.
Peyton Pritchard in the series now, 34 assists and 5 turnovers. Boston within 7, pull-up 3, Edgecombe, air ball. And the Celtics have a chance to make it a 2-possession game. Now, Edgecombe is saying that shot got blocked, in which case it would be Philly ball.
Well, and that is why you always go and get the ball. Watch this.
It was not touched, by the way. They got that call wrong. But I don't know if Joe Mazzulla wants to use a challenge on it. And the fans are seeing it. Is it worth a challenge? That's the question. Joe Mazzulla is looking back to the bench. They're not going to challenge. They would win, but is it worth it with 11 on the shot clock? Maxey for Grimes, pull up, 3, no good. Rebound Keita. Ball don't lie. Celtics down 7. 8:18 to go in the first half. Pritchard moving to his left. Creates an opening here. Paul George late to react. Pritchard dribbling low in the paint. Shovels to Keita. Pump fake. Draws the foul on Drummond. Misses the shot, but he'll get 2 free throws here. Keita is dominating Drummond right now.
It almost feels like the Celtics are ahead. The way they're playing it, immediately what happened? Joel Embiid, right on time, coming back in this game. Drummond coming out. You get a couple of free throws. It's a good thing. Did they say this is on the floor?
That they did. So, and that everybody's arguing here. Philly's getting a delay of game here. They're allowed to bring Embiid back in the game, but they are not giving Queta free throws, which is puzzling. See if the Celtics make that pay off. Shireman in safe for the Pritchard. Philly a plus 13 with Embiid in the game. Pritchard dribbles behind the Queta screen. Coming downhill, pulls up on Embiid. Steps through, flips it up and in.
That could have been in one. That time guys, the man up in there was just like he got hit with a body.
He looked like a quarterback on 3rd and long, just dodging defensive linemen here and then getting that shot off. 36-31. Boston has cut it from 15 down to 5. 7:43 to go. Embiid driving on Ugo. Kick to the corner. Open. Oubre 3. Rims out. Rebound. Edgecombe's got it, but they're calling a foul. Queta fouls Embiid. Queta wants to know why he didn't get free throws. Last time down the floor, boy, the Sixers have missed some wide open opportunities here. Both teams have shot the 3 horribly here. Celtics 2 of 12, Philly 2 of 10 here in the first half. Richard ducked through Oubre and Embiid on that last one. Here's Embiid pulling up on Ugo. Step back, no good. He dives to the floor, trying to draw a foul. So now he's going to be out of the play. Celtics should have numbers here. Derek White, pull up 3. Got it! And the Celtics have made it a 2-point game.
Well, you want somebody, you want something to cheer about?
It is bedlam right now at TD Garden. All year, the Celtics, with Jaylen Brown out of the game, have found a way. And they're doing it again now. They've cut it to 2. Offensive foul on Oubre. The Celtics can tie or better with 7:08 to go in the first half. And if sound had feel, you'd be able to feel this crowd right now.
Oh, my goodness. They are on their feet. We said, can you give me something to cheer about?
The Sixers can't get back on that plane after 44 years and not get this game. They can't. Queta. Float to the Derek White. Up fakes a 3, and then Oubre fouls him on a drive-by. Yeah. That's a 3rd foul on Oubre with 7 minutes remaining in the first half. And the Sixers now are at 4 team fouls with 7 minutes remaining in the first half.
You hit him in the face.
He did.
Gave a little pump fake. You just brushed him.
So Grimes gets no rest. He has to come right back in. Baylor Shireman back in for the Celtics. Inbound to Peyton Pritchard. Pritchard dribbling low to the floor. Gets the Queta screen. Pritchard steps to his left. Launches the 3. And the Celtics lead Game 7.
You gotta be kidding me. Somebody help me. Help me.
16-2 Boston run. 37-36. Here's Embiid. Stepping to the free throw line. Misses the jumper. Rebound. Pinballed around. Loose ball foul called on the Celtics.
Whew. Man, this place is going.
It is stunning how fast it happened. As the Sixers just collapsed with Embiid out of the game.
He's shooting that jump shot. What happened? He didn't. Nobody boxed Grimes out there.
Embiid has got to stop foul hunting here and stop diving to the floor because he's taking himself out of position. Sixers with the ball, down by 1. 6.5 to go until the break. Edgecombe moves to Tyrese Maxey behind the Embiid screen, and Embiid is fouled by Ugo Gonzalez. They collide. And I'll say this. Ugo put a little imprint on him.
He go. Hey, get your money's worth, son. Get your money's worth. You said it. Boom. Hit him with the body. Make him make a call.
Jaylen Brown will return. The Celtics go plus 14 with Jaylen on the bench in the first 5.5 minutes. They have done it all year. Edgecombe straight away. Moves into the cutting Grimes. He beats Pritchard. He's in for the 2-hand slam, and the Sixers are back in front. 38-37 Philadelphia. 6:17 to go in the first half of Game 7.
Came off that pick smartly.
Derek White moves it to Pritchard. Pritchard gets the Queta screen, dribbles down the right side. Grimes on his shoulder. Pritchard spins, falls away at the elbow. Does not get the bounce. Rebound, pinballed around. Queta got a hand on it, but Maxey comes out of the pack with it. Midway through the second quarter. Lead for Edgecombe. Takes the scoop pass, knocks down a 3. Great turnaround here for Philadelphia.
Great job by Edgecombe to come down and hit that shot.
7th assist for Maxey. Philly by 4. 41-37, 5:46 to go in the first half. Plus-minus numbers for Jalen going to look ugly right now. He pulls up and then floats it out to Pritchard. Up fakes on Grimes. Grimes runs him back from the three-point line. Cada sets the screen. Pritchard dribbling low in the paint. Wow. Can't step through. He got hit by Embiid. Kicks out to Jalen, who has to force the three. And hits it! At the shot clock buzzer. Boston within 1. Jalen's first 3 of Game 7, 41-40. Philly with the lead. They enter to Embiid. Pump fake on Derek White. Scores off the window and 1.
Got to get your money's worth there. Get your money's worth. You're going to foul, you got to foul hard. Easy for me to say that big monster coming in towards the hole.
When Embiid catches that deep, you can't foul on the contest. All you can do, he tried to jump up vertical, but he was inside the circle when he did it, so there's no real argument to have here. We just had a gap year Celtics sequence. That was poetry. 5 minutes of Celtics basketball to go from down 13 to up 1. But the Sixers, with their starters back in there, have calmed it down. Embiid looking to finish a three-point play to put Philadelphia up by 4 with 5:15 to go in the first half. It's his first free throw of Game 7, and it's right down the middle. Embiid has been brilliant. 13 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists. Derek White moves it to Jaylen Brown. Left side, gets the Ugo screen. Maxey jumps out at him, but not hard enough. He pulls away. Jalen penetrates, kick out to Derek White. Jump shot 3, no good. Back iron, long rebound. Pritchard's got it. And brings it back out. Now Jaylen Brown, left side against Grimes. Long cross court. Tough pass. Pritchard's able to handle it. 5 on the shot clock. Pritchard behind the Cada screen. Down the right side against Embiid. Reversed it up. No good. He was in a lot of traffic. And Maxey comes up with the rebound. They're relying too much on Pritchard to make plays. Maxey drop back for Embiid. Slowed down by Ugo Gonzalez. Floats it right wing to Edgecombe. They enter back towards Embiid, and Ugo fouls him. And now the Celtics are over the limit. And this is where you have to be careful. It's one thing to be reckless and put the body on Embiid early in the quarter, but once you're over the limit, you can't do it because these are just giving away points here with Embiid going to the free throw line.
I don't see much of a foul now. If you watch Joel Embiid, look at the backhand as he grabs the defender. So if you Boston, and you can go into the half, someplace around down by 5, any place closer, boy, it puts some pressure on the Sixers.
Crowd will tell you Embiid missed the first free throw. 23 of 28 now in the series. Great run for Pritchard. Baylor Shireman comes back in. Jalen's got 11. Derek White was 16. Pritchard scored 7 in his 15 minutes off the bench. Cada was good, particularly against Drummond. Embiid just taking his time. Second free throw is good. And a nice recovery here for the Sixers. 9-3 run. They lead by 5, 45-40. 4.5 to go in the second quarter. Philly led by 15 late in the first. Jaylen Brown. On Barlow now. Switches to the left hand, spins on him. Here's the step back at the free throw line. He hits it.
A tough shot. Barlow's not quick enough for Brown.
He's hit tough shots from opening night until Game 7. He's 5 of 9, 13 for Jaylen Brown, 45-42. Maxey drives in a pay, kick out. Edgecombe is wide open, but his 3 is no good. And the rebound, Shireman. Celtics trying to run. Shireman looking around, cross court finds Derek White. Thought about taking Barlow, instead moves it to Jaylen Brown. He's open. Up fakes the long 2. Maxey reaches in, knocks the ball away. Jalen stumbles, has it back. Shot clock at 10. Jaylen Brown for Derek White, out of the Leprechaun logo. Spins on Barlow. He's going to attack right side. Puts it up high off the glass. No good. Rebound Philly. Derek White wanted a foul. Didn't get it. Now the Sixers have a 4-on-2. Grimes right down the middle. Floats it up. A crazy shot. No good. But Embiid comes up with the offensive rebound and puts it back up and in.
God, got to come up that rebound.
And Joe Mazzulla will grab a timeout. Celtics have done the work to get back in the game. Now a critical 3:34 as they try to match up with the Sixers starting lineup, which has been so dominant over the last 3 games. 3:34 to go in the first half of Game 7. Philadelphia 47, Boston 42 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Amica Insurance knows. You build your life piece by piece through all the moments, both big and small. For generations, Amica's been providing world-class service across auto, home, and life insurance. So when it comes to protecting what you've built, who are you going to trust? Amica Insurance, proud sponsor of the Boston Celtics.
BetMGM, an authorized gaming partner of the NBA, is adding extra excitement to every basket this year with special promotions, new features, and more. Log in throughout the season to find anything from odds boost tokens, same-game parlay boost tokens, and unique rewards in your account to amplify your winnings. Log in to BetMGM all throughout the basketball season to see what's new.
Hope is here. Call 1-800-327-5050 or visit gamblinghelplinema.org. Must be 21 plus. Massachusetts only. In partnership with MGM Springfield. Play it smart from the start. Live chat at GameSenseMA.com.
Every great team is built around its all-stars. So let's meet the stars of your New England Ford dealers' award-winning lineup of SUVs. First up, we have the Bronco and Bronco Sport. Key players with iconic styling that sets them apart on the road. And all-terrain capability makes them ready for anything. Then there's the Ford Explorer with room for 7 passengers and lots of gear. Your New England Ford dealers have some great offers on the whole award-winning lineup. Stop by today and see for yourself.
Stretched thin, under budget, and expected to do more with less? Who's monitoring your systems when your team's already maxed out? Who extends your IT team with managed services that actually scale? Serving New England for 30 years. Access, security, trust. Intrasystems.com.
The Celtics play on the Sports Hub.
The Celtics, the ultimate hope spot early in the second quarter, coming from down 15 to briefly grab the lead, but Joel Embiid came back in the game. Sixers back in control, 11-5 run to lead by 5, 47-42 with 3:34 to go in the first half. The Celtics have figured out life when Joel Embiid is out of the game is fine for the Celtics, no matter what combination they have on the floor. How do they combat him best? And you just asked me the question in the break, and I'll turn it around and ask you, are there minutes for Vucevic here in Game 7? Just a few spot minutes.
Well, some spot minutes, especially, if you're looking to shoot the basketball. But defending Joel Embiid, you got to be willing to use those fouls.
And you don't want to use them now because the Celtics are over the limit. That's the big man matchup brought to you by Big Y, celebrating 90 years, not just their anniversary, it's yours too. You are the Y. It is just the Celtics and really the Eastern Conference, everybody's worst nightmare that the Sixers were not healthy all year. And not only is Joel Embiid healthy and playing unbelievably well, and you got Tyrese Maxey here, Paul George has not only turned the clock back, I think when we look back, we're going to talk about that suspension for Paul George as being a truly positive thing because he was so fresh coming into the playoffs.
That really is true. And Joel Embiid, fresh also coming back.
Celtics battling in Game 7 without Jason Tatum tonight. With the ball down 5. Late second quarter. Jalen down the left side. Stumbles. Kick to the corner. Bad pass. Ugo's able to save it. That was a rough pass from Jaylen Brown. He's able to kick out. Derek White in traffic. Falling away in the baseline. Tough shot. No good. Sixers are going to get the rebound. Celtics had just 2 offensive rebounds here. The Sixers have been great limiting those over the last few games. Embiid bumping Shireman, a little step back 10-footer, rims out. Rebound Ugo, pulls it away from Edgecombe. Jaylen Brown trying to run at the back before Embiid can get there. Lead for Hauser, a quick 3. Got it.
They've been looking for him. They've been looking for Hauser. And this is the first time they found it.
Embiid comes down, throwing those big George Foreman blows. And when he misses, Celtics pop, 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 pop.
Take this with you.
Here's the entry. Embiid drops it. Shireman can't get it. Picked off the floor by Grimes. He goes in. His dunk blocked by Derek White, but the Sixers have the offensive rebound. Edgecombe, hand to Grimes. Kicks all the way out. Paul George cranks up a 3. Got it. Paul George has been the answer for every Sixer problem in this series. He has been brilliant. Philly by 5. Ugo Gonzalez for Derek White. Ugo sets the screen. Derek White returns to Ugo. 20 years old. He's open for 3 in Game 7. Misses it, but an offensive rebound. Shireman finds the cutting Ugo. He misses the layup, but gets fouled.
Wow. Give Shireman credit for coming on that backside, able to get that rebound coming in. Joel Embiid picked up just his first foul.
And if this sequence doesn't illustrate the absurdity of people calling the Celtics favorites, with George and Embiid and Maxey at full health and the Sixers rolling. And the Celtics now have to depend in this sequence on Baylor Shireman and Ugo Gonzalez. Now, Ugo, who did so many great things his rookie year, shooting free throws was not one of them. 50% all year, and he misses here. Philly by 5. 2:12 to go in the first half of Game 7. He misses both. Rebound. That looked like it went off George. It did not. Hauser's arguing. And the Celtics bench, if they challenge here, they're looking at it. They're not going to challenge. So Ugo Gonzalez misses both free throws, and the Celtics miss an opportunity. Sixers by 5 on the ball. 2:03 to go in the first half. Entry. Embiid. Ugo tried to hold his ground. Embiid kick to Edgecombe. Drive, stumbles over Derek White. Offensive foul.
Had no place to go. Just take the shot.
This has not been the brainiest second quarter played by the Sixers with the big lead.
Yeah, I mean, just take the easy shot. Take the little 5-footer. You're trying to get a layup, and Derek White is sitting there waiting for you. You run over him.
2 on Maxey, 2 on Edgecombe, 3 on Oubre. Both teams over the limit with 1:59 to go in the first half. Celtics trying to make it a one-possession game here, trailing 50-45. Sixers roared out to a 15-point lead. Jaylen Brown, tough bounce pass for Derek White on the left side. Now picked up by Maxey, pushes back to Jaylen Brown against Paul George. Jaylen, left-hand dribble. Stop and start, driving on Paul George. Scoops, misses another layup. Rebound, Embiid fouled. Loose ball foul, Ugo Gonzalez, and we'll walk down to the other end for Embiid to make some free throws.
Joel Embiid just dives to the floor, though. Let's see where the foul was. Who came and hit him? Oh, you get a rebound and just go straight up. You barely brushed him. You barely brushed him.
Fans are seeing that. As we've said all throughout the series and all throughout his career, he's the most unstable 320-pounder you're ever going to see. But he's very stable at the free throw line.
But he sails it the right way. Joel Embiid just cashes in for these free throws. Cashes in.
Keita will come back. Ugo Gonzalez giving the Celtics 10 minutes. It'll be a -6 or a +6 in those 10 minutes if Embiid gets the second free throw.
It'd be pretty amazing if you got through this game and you're talking about Vuce doesn't even play.
Gets a pat on the back from Vucevic as Ugo Gonzalez takes a seat on the bench. Well, the minutes haven't worked from the eye test. Celtics are a +9 in the series with Vucevic on the floor, but the eye test tells you something different. Embiid misses another free throw. Philly by 6, 51-45. Big 98 seconds coming up here to close the first half. Jaylen Brown moves it to Keita. He's around Embiid. He dives in, two-hand slam. Embiid was just leaning on him at the free throw line. Once the first step came, Embiid just didn't move.
Yeah, he thought he lost the ball.
8 points for Keita off the bench. 51-47. Philly by 4. 1:19 to go first half. Maxey, wraparound bounce pass. Embiid against Keita. Returns it to Maxey. Maxey dribbles to the right side of the floor. Finds Edgecombe in the corner. Open three. No good. Rebound. Hauser goes out of bounds. They're going to call a foul on Keita. And Keita again picks up a third foul before halftime. Oh, that's a bad one. That's a really bad call. And it's one of those ones that you can challenge it, but it just looked like a bad call on the floor that I don't think you'd be able to overrule. That was a rough one.
Joel Embiid puts his hands on you, knocks you backwards.
And Embiid cashing in more points. Another free throw. Second one would put Philadelphia up by 6 with 1:10 to go in the first half. Now you got 3 fouls on Keita in just 15 minutes. You may have to play Vucevic at some point.
Vucevic might have to be logged in this game. Garza
comes back in for the final minute 10. Garza, if you're just joining us, started this game. Joe Mazzulla totally junked up the starting lineup with Garza, Shireman, and Harper. In response to Jason Tatum being pulled out of Game 7 about an hour beforehand. Embiid gets the free throws. Philly by 6. Derek White walks the dog, picks it up in the backcourt. Clock rolling with 1:08 to go in the first half of Game 7. Derek White spins away from Edgecombe. He's into an open three. It's in the air. It's good.
Joel Embiid never came out the challenge.
Drop coverage.
Yep.
53-50.
Drop coverage.
Philly with the lead. We're in the final minute of the first half with the Sixers led earlier by 15. Maxey stumbles, scoops, blocked from behind. Out of bounds by Jaylen Brown. Maxey complaining he got hit, but he got hit after the shot block by Jaylen.
Great play. I'm not sure if Garza got it or Brown got it. Brown came on the backside. I think Brown got it.
Under out of bounds. It's safe for the Embiid. Shovels back to Maxey. Left-hand dribble. Into the paint. Return to Embiid. Embiid against Garza. Throws the shoulder into him. Double team from Derek White. He's looking for the cutter. Edgecombe. And Derek White, subtle play, but just getting his hands on it prevents a dunk from Edgecombe and leaves Philadelphia 4.5 on the shot clock.
Great opportunity again just to keep those hands alive.
If the Celtics get a stop here, they'll get the 2-for-1.
Watch out for Paul George.
Under out of bounds. Embiid at the elbow. Pull-up jumper. No. Rebound. Shireman. 2-for-1 for the Celtics, trailing by 3. 35 seconds to go in the first half. Jaylen dribbles around Paul George. Elevates. Trying to cuff it. Embiid blocked the shot at the rim. Maxey comes up with a loose ball. Jaylen tried him, and Embiid stayed strong and blocked the shot. 15 on the shot clock. 20 on the game clock as we count it down to the first half. Sixers lead by 3. 53-50. Paul George comes out, sets the screen for Maxey. That puts Hauser on him. Maxey, left-hand dribble, pulls up, 17 feet, straightaway jumper, swish. Maxey, 8.6 rebounds, 7 assists in the first half of Game 7. He also was on this floor, losing Game 7 3 years ago. Kelly Oubre has played a Game 7 against the Celtics. Final 6 seconds, first half. Jaylen Brown pushes ahead to Derek White, turns on Edgecombe, gets in deep, pump fake, blocked, and that is how the first half will come to an end.
Oh, man. Okay.
The Celtics may not be well, but they are alive. After falling behind early by 15, they cut it to 5 behind a second unit, fitting of the gap year that it has been. And we go into the locker room with Game 7, a 5-point game. Coming up, Mark Dondero scores from around the NHL, Major League Baseball, Red Sox in action, Kentucky Derby. He'll update you on all of it, but we know the eyes of the sports world are right here on Causeway Street tonight as the Celtics try to do what feels like the impossible and win the 7th game without Jason Tatum. They trail the Sixers 55-50. Game 7 has reached halftime on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Bob's a financial professional who's currently enjoying a win-win scenario, meeting with a valued client and enjoying a round of golf. But Bob's used to win-win scenarios because he works with Mass Mutual, who not only provides the freedom and flexibility to offer his clients products and solutions that meet their needs, they offer Bob the autonomy, compensation, and optional home office support that meet his. Win-win. Success for your clients and yourself. The feeling is Mass Mutual. Learn more at massmutual.com/wealthmanagement.
This copyrighted broadcast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 877 Cars for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now or go to carsforkids.org.
7 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
New 94 Octane, available exclusively at Sunoco, the highest octane on the market. It's the fuel you need to help unlock your engine's full potential. So if you're the kind of driver who's serious about what's under your hood, then there's only one fuel that can drive the performance you demand from your car. 94 Octane. Nothing else will match it. Go to Sunoco.com to find a participating station near you.
It's Jim from Ace Ticket. Spring is finally here and the Red Sox are back at Fenway. Now is the perfect time for early season savings, or get your seats now for a summer game at Fenway. Ace Ticket is the official ticket partner of the Boston Red Sox, which means you'll always get the best seats at the lowest prices. Boston Celtics playoff tickets are on sale right now. Don't miss your chance to be at the Garden Party. Ace Ticket has been Boston's trusted ticket source since 1979. Visit aceticket.com or call 1-800-MY-SEATS.
The Revolution play on the Sports Hub.
Derek White spins away from Edgecombe. He's into an open three. It's in the air. It's good.
Joel Embiid never came out the challenge.
Drop coverage.
All right, so a good, entertaining first half over at the Garden. Halftime score, Sixers up 5, 55-50. They were up by as many as 15. Cambridge Savings Bank, halftime, taking care of business. The player taking care of business in the first half was Derek White. Sponsored by Cambridge Savings Bank. Taking care of business starts with a great team. With CSB, you get a partner who puts you first so you can focus on what matters most. Visit CambridgeSavings.com or stop by a branch to start your relationship today. Member FDIC. Derek White in the first half, helping the Celtics stabilize things. 4 of 7 from 3 is really the story. He made some big ones. He made some timely ones early on in that first quarter. Hit one, sort of kept the Celtics afloat and then got them the lead. And even though in the first half he was a -2, White connecting from 3 was key. Other guys, not just Derek White, hitting some big three-pointers. Peyton Pritchard, penetrating, but also doing what he does best.
Baylor Shireman back in for the Celtics. Inbound to Peyton Pritchard. Pritchard dribbling low to the floor. Gets the K to screen. Pritchard steps to his left, launches the three, and the Celtics lead Game 7.
You gotta be kidding me. Somebody help me. Help me.
Obviously, we know Pritchard can hit the threes. I just thought a huge aspect to that first half was Peyton Pritchard penetrating and creating plays off of the dribble penetration, finding Neemias Queta. You know, a couple times he was able to score himself. The Celtics cut the deficit. Like I said, early on they were down 15. They cut it from the 15 points, eventually get it down to 34-27, completed a 10-2 run, all without a three-pointer. They were playing defense. They were finding ways to get offense inside the three-point arc, and that's what sparked the comeback. They then went on and hit a couple of big threes to eventually, quickly take the lead, and then they were able to stick around, sort of hang around there at the end of the first half with a couple big threes, which really helped. But Queta, some of the plays off of the Peyton Pritchard penetration were big.
Pritchard going slow here. Shot clock at 7. Moves behind the Queta screen. Pritchard driving, floats it up for Queta. Throws it down with the right hand. We haven't seen that play run very much in this series.
Obviously, they're going to need more. The Hugo Gonzalez minutes were productive. He has to be able to hit free throws. I understand that hasn't been his strength all year, but you've got to be able to hit some free throws. I thought that was a factor, that his energy and that, his presence on the floor, I thought was a good thing for the Celtics. Overall, a positive. Didn't really understand the starting lineup, to be honest with you. I appreciate Joe Mazzulla trying to change up the energy. I would need more of an explanation on why he went with who he went with. Obviously Maxey was in foul trouble. I would have liked to see them attack him a little bit more. And the other thing I need to see in the second half that has to happen. Jaylen Brown in the first half wasn't bad. 5 for 11, 2 of 2 from the line, 1 of 2 from 3. The problem was he was a -19, and at the rim, not good enough. And I get it. It's Embiid. I get he's, the presence is substantial. But you're Jaylen Brown, you need to be better at the rim. That's what you do. You need to be, when you're at the rim, you need to make sure you're productive and you're scoring and converting on those opportunities. Jaylen Brown is going to be the one. The supporting cast can keep, hang around for you, can keep you in it, can make some shots, can inject some life into the Garden, but Jaylen Brown's going to have to take them home. Elbow jumpers, mid-range game, and when you get to the rim, Jaylen Brown has to finish. 55-50, Sixers over the Celtics at halftime. When we get back, we will go around the NBA, and we'll go to headlines on the BetMGM 98.5 The Sports of Celtics Radio Network.
For all your heating and cooling needs, you need endless energy.
Want a seat at the Championship Series? Book your no-cost AC or mini-split consultation by June 1st at GoEndlessEnergy.com and be entered to win 2 tickets to see the final countdown.
Ah, New England spring. We're so ready to get outside and celebrate with all the deliciousness from Big Y. Charcuterie expertly plated, oh so nicely. Shrimp with cocktail sauce, chilled and spicy. Spiral ham glazed to perfection. Candies, cakes, and other sweet confections. Ah, yes, spring has finally sprung. Big Y. Nicely done.
Thinking about finally buying a boat this year? Before you do, talk with Freedom Boat Club. They're the affordable, hassle-free alternative to boat ownership, and you'll save yourself thousands of dollars. Members enjoy training from licensed captains, unlimited usage of a huge fleet of boats at 21 prime locations, including the North Shore, Boston Harbor, Cape Cod, and their new locations in Fall River and New Bedford. FreedomBoatClub.com. Tell them you heard this ad for a special discount. Set yourself free with Freedom Boat Club. FreedomBoatClub.com.
Visit the 99 restaurant this Friday through Sunday for their double bonus card special. Purchase a $25 gift card and receive 2 $5 bonus cards. You gotta love the nines.
Well, that was the winter from HE Double Hockey Sticks. Ice dams, leaky windows, foggy windows, windows that wouldn't open, cold, drafty windows. We're Right Window, we do windows. RITE, Right Window. Yeah, this might be a commercial telling you why you need windows right now. Well, it is, but we've got a point. You ought to take care of that window problem while the memory of last winter is fresh in your mind. So next winter, you won't have to remember that you forgot, you know? Right Window this spring. Quality Energy Star windows installed the right way. Lifetime warranty for a good price. So what the hell are you waiting? Oh dear. Sorry. So what the HE Double Hockey Sticks are you waiting for? Call Right Window right now.
Call Right Window right now.
Call 800-649-3600. 800-649-3600. You can take care of it right now. A better window professionally installed for the right price. Right Window.
Whether you want to further your career or change it, the Massachusetts School of Law has the most affordable tuition in New England. Register for our next open house May 7th at 6:30 p.m. The Massachusetts School of Law. Your future starts here.
Champions play here. The Sports Hub. Sports Hub headlines. Presented by Celsius Energy Drinks.
The scoreboard from around the league is brought to you by Town Fair Tire. For the guaranteed lowest prices on tires, go to Town Fair Tire because nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody. The Sixers have the 55-50 advantage on the Celtics at the half in Game 7 at TD Garden. That's the only NBA game tonight. 2 other Game 7s will take place on Sunday. Orlando will tip in Detroit at 3:30 as they try to knock off the top seed. That'll be followed by Cleveland hosting Toronto at 7:30. The Red Sox, they made a run at a comeback this afternoon at Fenway Park, but could not complete it and ultimately lost to the Houston Astros by the count of 6-3. Connor Lee Early was gashed for 5 earned runs in 4 innings. They'll play the series finale Sunday at 1:35 over at Fenway. Eduardo Suarez will get the ball for Boston. Charlie McAvoy has been offered an in-person hearing with the NHL Department of Player Safety for slashing Zach Benson on Friday night. Could be suspended up to 6 games at the start of next season. The date of that hearing yet to be determined. The playoffs tonight in the NHL, Carolina up 2-0 on the Flyers. Game 1 of that series. And Golden Tempo won the Kentucky Derby at Churchill Downs. I'm Mark Dundale for Boston's Home for Sports, 98.5 The Sports Hub. When we get back, Randy and Max will have the call of the second half on the BetMGM 98.5 The Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
BetMGM, an authorized gaming partner of the NBA, is adding extra excitement to every basket this year with special promotions, new features, and more. Log in throughout the season to find anything from odds boost tokens, same-game parlay boost tokens, and unique rewards in your account to amplify your winnings. Log in to BetMGM all throughout the basketball season to see what's new.
Hope is here. Call 1-800-327-5050 or visit gamblinghelplinema.org. Must be 21 plus. Massachusetts only. In partnership with MGM Springfield. Play it smart from the start. Live chat at GameSenseMA.com.
Start saving at Clinton Savings Bank when you open a Total Access checking account. Earn a high yield of 4.05 annual percentage yield when requirements are met. Guaranteed through May 31st. With on-the-go banking, you've got anytime access, mobile check deposits in a snap, and access to over 55,000 surcharge-free ATMs. Visit ClintonSavings.com. 175 years and just getting started. Certain restrictions apply. Call 978-365-3700. Member FDIC, member DIF, NMLS number 422081.
Grilling season is here, and boneless chicken is on sale at Shaw's and Star Market. Yes, get Purdue boneless chicken breast, thin sliced or tenders for just $2.99 a pound when you use the digital coupon. Limit 2. Use the Shaw's app for coupon deals like this, rewards points, and delicious recipes in Shaw's Meals Hub, like chicken and jalapeno enchiladas. Order online and get free curbside pickup, or choose delivery. Shaw's and Star Market, proud to be local since 1860.
You're not dreaming. Astound Gig Wi-Fi is just $40 a month, forever. It's the deal of a lifetime. Plus, you get a $200 gift card. What if your internet bill just never went up? No surprises, no contracts, no increases. No, seriously, just $40 a month for Gig Wi-Fi, for life. And a bonus $200 gift card when you switch today. Why wait? Go to astound.com.
Hey, Zoe, spring cleaning means out with the old and in with the new. And I'm talking about your company's IT, of course. For over 100 years, my friends at Oakers Technologies have made their clients future ready to meet their ever-evolving needs. Oakers is a New England company that gets it, and when it comes to technology, Oakers can do it all. From full IT, infrastructure rebuilds, security, and to your everyday AV upgrades, do what thousands of companies have done and make Oakers your single-source IT partner. Get future ready with Oakers Technologies and visit okers.com.
Boston Sports Talk, the Sports Hub.
Headed to the second half of Game 7, but first, this date in Celtics history. On the 25th anniversary, Grandy and Max season brought to you by Blue Sky. If you have a property disaster, go visit BLUSKY.com. Blue Sky Restoration, restoring your property and your life for a brighter tomorrow.
It's time for This Date in Celtics History, being restored by Blue Sky Restoration Contractors.
What a pass by DJ! 42 for Paul Pierce. A three-pointer for Danny Ainge. KG is locked and loaded tonight. Bradley Beal loses the handle. Jay Crowder has the steal, puts it in the hands of Isaiah Thomas, who dribbles with his left and with his right hand waves for everybody to get on their feet. Instruction they did not need. They've been there for an hour. Give and go. Back to Isaiah. Pull up. Got it.
And he goes to his watch, man. He went to his watch for Isaiah time.
53 for Isaiah. The Celtics lead by 10. 9 years ago today, Isaiah Thomas, on his sister's birthday, remember he had just lost his sister days earlier, scored 53 points in the overtime win for the Celtics as they won their 6th consecutive playoff game. Took a 2-0 lead in that best-of-7 against the Washington Wizards team that had Kelly Oubre on it. As a rookie, that series would eventually go 7 games. Kelly Olynyk was the hero, the way P.J. Brown was the hero, the way Grant Williams was the hero against Milwaukee in Game 7. Who's going to be that guy here with the Celtics getting 19 first-half points from Derek White and a season-saving sequence early in the second quarter after they fell behind by 15. Doing this all year as they have with Jaylen Brown on the bench. They did it again to briefly take the lead in this game, and they are within striking distance. And all you can do here is scratch, claw, and fight that monster in the middle and give yourself a chance at the end.
That's all you can do. You think about how you're going to try to attack him, try to get in position. You know, now here's the other thing. When will Keita pick up his next foul? I think that's another question that has to be asked.
Keita and Pritchard are going to start the second half, where Garza and Harper started in Game 7. Celtics tried to mix and match and shake up the Sixers. They played a perfect road first quarter. Not the smartest second quarter for Philadelphia, and that's why their lead is 5 now, not 13. But the second half of Game 7 is underway. Celtics in the road green, going right to left. Ball in the hands of Derek White. Paul George reaching for it. Derek White, left-hand dribble, moving to the left side of the floor. Embiid in front of him. Derek White going to drive and move it to Keita, free throw line. Steps in on Embiid, turns on him, steps through and scores off the window. And Keita is doing whatever he wants on the block against Embiid.
Gave Embiid a little bit of his own medicine with his footwork as he went through it.
10 points off the bench for Keita. 55-52. Philly by 3. Their first possession, third quarter. Maxey moves it to Embiid. Top of the circle, Derek White now trying to hold his ground against Embiid. Embiid, kick out. Edgecombe, 3 over Pritchard. Got it. 5th 3 of Game 7 for Philadelphia. Remember, Edgecombe has only made shots, 3s, in the Philadelphia wins in this series. Philly by 6. A minute into the third quarter of Game 7. Here's Jaylen Brown. Down the right side. Pump fake. Oubre doesn't go for it. Drop back to Derek White. Fall away. Tough 3 is no good. That was a rough shot. Rebound. Keita taps it. Did he get fouled?
Yeah.
I think they're calling this the other way. They call it a fourth foul on Keita. A killer. A minute 7 into the third quarter, Keita picks up a fourth foul.
Pulled Embiid early.
He dove to the floor after the ball, and he went under Maxey. Celtics +5 with Keita, -11 without him, as he comes out with a fourth foul.
Go back to this monster.
Garza's turn against Embiid. Deep three, Maxey got it.
Drop coverage.
Huge swing, and the Celtics are down by 9, 61-52. Garza for Pritchard, right side of the floor. Now Jaylen Brown, pull up 3 on Oubre. Nope, rebound Embiid.
Boy, they have cut off that. No second chance opportunities here.
That's what they've done in the last 2 games. The Celtics lived off that all year. No second chance points for the Celtics yet in Game 7. Embiid from the elbow, jumper rims out. Celtics just dodging them here, down by 9. Early third quarter, ball in the hands of Derek White. Celtics have led for about 15 seconds here of Game 7. That's it. Garza for Derek White. Got Embiid in front of him. Pull up 3. No good. Rebound. Shireman can't get to it. Pritchard does. Handed Derek White. Here's another 3. Short. Rebound. Embiid. And Garza runs into him and commits the foul.
Embiid
and,
goes down.
People are groaning, and I get it. The only chance the Celtics have tonight is to shoot threes.
Yeah, there's somewhere to get there, but just how many times could Joel Embiid hit the ground?
So Philly by 9 and the ball. 9:48 to go in the third quarter of Game 7. Maxey moving to his left. Garza drops back away from him, so Maxey open for a long 2. He knocks it down. Timeout, Joe Mazzulla.
Methodical, man.
Sixers back in control. 9:39 to go in the third quarter of Game 7. Philadelphia 63, Boston 52 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
The game is on, and the snacks from Big Y? Oh, yeah. Freshly made wings, platters, pizzas, and 30-inch super subs. Big Y makes the crowd go wild. Big Y, nicely done.
For all your heating and cooling needs, you need endless energy.
Your HVAC system needs to be the MVP of your home's comfort. For a limited time, book your no-cost AC system consult by June 1st at GoEndlessEnergy.com and be entered to win 2 tickets to the Championship Series. No purchase necessary. Visit GoEndlessEnergy.com for details or call us at 775-ENDLESS. That's 775-ENDLESS.
No components means no connection. New Power is a global distributor built for tight supply. We stock and source memory, CPUs, GPUs, ICs, and more. New Power keeps parts moving because parts don't sleep. Visit newpowerww.com. They're hiring.
It can be hard to talk about your problem gambling. So at the Massachusetts Problem Gambling Helpline, we've come up with some easy ways to start the conversation. Hey, hi, howdy, good morning, g'day, mate. If you're struggling with problem gambling and don't know where to start, call the Massachusetts Problem Gambling Helpline and start with hello, or any variation of it. Call for support anytime, anywhere at 800-327-5050.
Hey, it's Felger here. Spring has sprung, and if your home or business needs a new roof, then right now is the best time to call my friends at East Coast Metal Roofing. During their Spring into Savings event, Sports Hub listeners who mention me, Felger, or the station get 10% off the entire job. That's for a top-quality metal roof, backed by a lifetime warranty installed on any style of home. Never, ever replace your roof again with East Coast Metal Roofing. They service Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Connecticut, Rhode Island, Maine, Vermont, and now Florida. Schedule a free quote now at eastcoastmetalroofing.com. That's eastcoastmetalroofing.com.
Your hot takes on the Sports Hub.
Sixers back in command of Game 7, up by 11 with 9:39 to go in the third quarter. Let's take 10 seconds for station identification on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
From the Town Fair Tire Studios, this is Boston's home for sports. WBZ-FM at HD Boston 98.5, the Sports Hub.
National Anthem is brought to you by Mass Mutual, planning and protection on and off the court. Rough start for the Celtics without Keita on the floor. It has been a rough go. Garza started this game against Embiid. Keita, biggest minutes for the Celtics. The comeback started when Embiid came out of the game. And you had that Cada-Drummond matchup where the Celtics dominated. Derek White started knocking down some shots. Cada's 5 for 5 here. His field goal percentage in the series has been really good, 23 of 31 from the floor. He has scored, but he has been unable to stay on the floor because of foul trouble. And now 28 fouls in 135 minutes for Cada in the series.
Here's the guy you're going to talk about. The guy you're going to talk about also is Edgecombe. Edgecombe with 15 points tonight. A couple of threes.
Edgecombe in the series, 10 for 20 coming in tonight. 10 for 22 in the 3 Sixer wins, 0 for 16 from 3 in the 3 Sixer losses. Joe Mazzulla just has a limited number of buttons you can push.
Joe Mazzulla is going super small, man. Super small.
And again, one of the many things about Tatum not playing tonight is you know that you were going to get some Tatum at the 5 minutes. Instead, Jaylen Brown is essentially the 5 here. Super small lineup. Celtics will try it. Jaylen Brown dribbles into the paint, leans in, draws the foul on Maxey. Shot, bounces in. Celtics finally get a bounce, and Jaylen Brown will go to the line with a chance for 3.
Maxey's like, how did I get into that situation? As you tapped him on the arm for the jump shot.
Third on Maxey. Embiid, 19-6 and 6 assists without a turnover.
Clawing, slapping.
Embiid in this series, 28 assists, 7 turnovers. And this is MVP Joel Embiid. 3-point play for Jaylen Brown. Boston is within 8, 63-55. 9:22 to go in the third.
Joel Embiid being guarded right now by Jaylen Brown.
Wow. Trying to push him off the block. Oubre in the corner. Lobs it. They go to Embiid. Shireman comes to help. Embiid just leans in over Jaylen and just lays it in at the cup like it's a high school game.
Too big.
65-55. Philly by 10. Embiid has been unstoppable. Jaylen spins, drives, pump fake on Embiid. Is waiting in the paint. Kick out Jordan Walsh in the corner. Swings to Pritchard on the wing. Jordan Walsh is going to play. He's got to have to take that open shot. Jaylen Brown, right-hand dribble, driving strong, leans in, awkward flip shot, no good. Rebound punched in the air. Embiid going to come down with it. 7th rebound for Embiid. Diagonal lead pass. Maxey has it. Quick 3. No good. Shireman. Sixers trying to land knockout punches here. Leading by 10. Lead for Jaylen Brown on the wing. Drop back to Pritchard. Celtics need this one. Get it.
Go down with the fight, man. Go down with the fight.
65-58. Celtics hanging around. Down 7. 8:25 to go in the third. 8 of 24 from 3. Number's going to have to be closer to 40%. Edgecombe dribbles around. Shireman misses the layup at the cup. Good defense from Jaylen Brown at the rim. Celtics with the ball down 7. Here's Jaylen Brown. Pull up. Moves it to Jordan Walsh on the wing. Thought about the 3 on Embiid. Instead puts it back in his pocket. Now we'll try again. Jaylen Brown moves it to Peyton Pritchard right side against Embiid. Shot clock at 8. Pritchard puts it in the left hand, spins Embiid around, moves it into the corner. Shireman up fakes, drives, runner off the wrong foot, no good for the baseline. And the rebound for Embiid, slapped away by Shireman. Drop back to Derek White. Open, 3, no. Back iron, rebound. Shireman again kept it alive, but he deflected it out of bounds.
Man.
And if you're desperately looking for anything for the Celtics, Embiid is starting to move a little bit slower now.
Man. Why did White hesitate on that 3 though?
No idea.
He's wide open.
He's cooled off now. 4 of 11 from 3.
And if you're Joel Embiid, why aren't you on the box,
Great
man?
question. Paul George catch and shoot 3 over Derek White. No good. Rebound Jaylen Brown. With every one, your heart goes into your throat. Celtics trying to stay alive. Jaylen has Shireman in the corner. Moves it there. He's going to dribble past Maxey. Step back into a tough 3. Brick. Rebound number 9 for Embiid. Embiid bobbles it. Knocked away by Jordan Walsh. Out of bounds. Celtics at least slow down the break. 7:26 to go in the third quarter. Boston down 7.
Now, if you're Jordan Walsh, though, you want to play, son, you got to shoot that basketball.
And instead, Hugo Gonzalez, who played 10 minutes in the first half of Game 7 after basically not playing in the series, is back in there, and Peyton Pritchard has to tell him who to guard. He's guarding Maxey. Paul George for Oubre. Here's the entry towards Joel Embiid. Return pass knocked away. Paul George saves it. Derek White punches that loose. Every loose ball going to the Sixers here. It bounces right to Embiid. Going to work on Jaylen Brown. Embiid turns. Kick out. Edgecombe. Extra pass to an open Maxey for 3.
How about this week? Jaylen Brown, the double team is coming. They're beating that double team.
Celtics down 10. Jaylen Brown moves into the corner. Shireman's 3. Nope. Rebound. Ugo inside out. Taps it to Derek White. But Derek White bobbles it. Has it back. Return to Shireman. Touches it out to Pritchard on the wing. Celtics down 10. 7 on the shot clock. Pritchard puts it in the left hand. Shovels to the corner. Open. Ugo. 3. Nope. Rebound. Shireman again. Another offensive rebound. Kick out. Jaylen Brown. Celtics desperately need it, and they get it.
Boy.
This is what they've done to kick and scream and stay alive all year. Get offensive rebounds and then put back 3. Boston within 7. 6:25 to go in the third quarter of Game 7. It's Davey and Goliath right now. Embiid on the left side, and that's Goliath against Jaylen Brown. Jaylen punching at the ball. Embiid, one dribble, stumbles, runs it up and in. Can't stop him. Boston down 9.
He's yelling right now at Jaylen Brown.
Jaylen Brown dribbles past Oubre, scoops it up. Does not get the bounce, but he got the foul. And Jaylen will shoot free throws midway through the third quarter here with Boston down 9.
You're asking a lot for a guy at about 6'6" to be on liquid.
And he's barking at Embiid. He's doing anything he can. You just got to make him work. The Celtics don't have Tatum to do it. Kata could not stay on the floor with the foul trouble the entire series. Vucevic has not been effective. Garza 3 fouls in 8 minutes tonight.
You're doing all you can.
That's
a lot to ask. Putting me on the 7-footer like that can score almost at will.
You're Jaylen Brown. You have to score, and you got to shoot free throws and calm your heart rate down as he knocks down the first.
Joel Embiid coming. Is he coming? No, I thought he was coming out of this game, but he's not. Just getting a little.
If somebody is going to turn this game, knocking shots down, he just stepped back in the game. Hauser. Celtics Nation turns its lonely eyes to him now. He's only attempted 1 shot. It was a 3, and he made it. He shot it well in this series. Hasn't got a lot of attention, but he and Jaylen Brown have been the Celtics' most reliable 3-point shooters. Jaylen rattles home the second free throw. Boston within 7. 70-63 midway through the third quarter right now if you're syncing up with NBC.
It's amazing they're this close. Now Hugo is taking the turn at this. Oh, no.
And that's where the ball goes. Embiid catches, gets fouled. Now, was it White or Gonzalez?
I'd rather just, at that point, I think I'd just bring Kata back in this game.
It's on Ugo. Embiid is very demonstrative now. I can't tell if he's barking at his own teammates, the officials.
He's talking to Jaylen Brown.
Yeah, it seems like it's the Jaylen conversation that's continuing. The Celtics better find a very, very big rock to sling at Goliath here. Embiid already 23, 9, and 6. Vintage Joel Embiid. Getting healthy at the best possible time, trying to change his Game 7 legacy. Gets the first free throw.
Still talking to Brown. Hit Brown in the butt there.
They're still talking. Both the officials are telling him, James Capers is telling them both to cut it out, that this is Game 7.
Brown is saying, I didn't say anything. Joel Embiid is doing the talking.
Jaylen Brown going to switch places with Sam Hauser on the rebounding lane. Three Game 7s for Joel Embiid. 3 losses, none more painful than the Kawhi shot in 2019. Of course, lost here on this floor with the rookie Tyrese Maxey 3 years ago. Free throws good for Embiid. 25 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists without a turnover for Embiid. Philly by 9, 5:48 to go in the third quarter of Game 7. Every trip down has been a struggle. Jaylen Brown steps to his left. His 3 is in the air. It is short, and the rebound pulled down by Grimes.
Sixers go right back down to the box again.
Maxey turns the corner on Pritchard. Scoops, misses. Offensive rebound. Easy put back for Embiid.
Too big. The ball comes off. You can't box him out.
The worst fears of all Celtic fans on opening night are coming home to roost here in Game 7. The inability to guard Embiid. Jaylen Brown has it knocked away, muscles it back from Paul George, drives in traffic, floats up a terrible shot, and Grimes grabs the rebound. Philly by 11, on the ball. Bounce pass, Embiid for Grimes. Shovels down low, Edgecombe elevates, blocked from behind by Derek White, and the ball picked off the floor by Pritchard.
Numbers.
Long cross court, Derek White moves in the corner. Ugo, open, 3. Nope, rebound Maxey.
I'm trying to drag it in. I'm trying to drag that sucker in.
Celtics 9 of 32 from 3, and They need to get Joel Embiid a rest, and so Nick Nurse going to call a timeout, but they're still in great shape here. It's 4:47 to go, third quarter of Game 7. Philadelphia 74, Boston 63 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Imagine looking up and seeing 49 championship banners hanging from the rafters. Because for 49 straight years, Ford F-Series has taken the crown as America's best-selling trucks. And Ford F-Series trucks are still the team to beat. Featuring the F-150 and the strong, hard-working Super Duty. See your New England Ford dealers and make this a banner year. Sales claim based on 1977 to 2025 CY total sales.
Every part of your life deserves protection. From your car to your home to your family. At Amica Insurance, they're committed to helping you safeguard what matters most. For more than a century, Amica has provided personalized coverage and world-class service you can count on. Whether you're looking for auto, home, or life insurance, they'll help you find the right fit for your unique needs. Visit Amica.com to get a quote today, because peace of mind starts with protection.
BetMGM, an authorized gaming partner of the NBA, is adding extra excitement to every basket this year with special promotions, new features, and more. Log in throughout the season to find anything from odds boost tokens, same-game parlay boost tokens, and unique rewards in your account to amplify your winnings. Log in to BetMGM all throughout the basketball season to see what's new.
Hope is here. Call 1-800-327-5050 or visit gamblinghelplinema.org. Must be 21 plus. Massachusetts only. In partnership with MGM Springfield. Play it smart from the start. Live chat at GameSenseMA.com.
All roads start with golf. The daily commute, road trips, reunions, even tip-off at TD Garden. For 125 years, golf has been fueling every journey. Golf is proud to be the official fuel partner of the Boston Celtics. Download the Golf Pay app to score savings like 5 cents off per gallon every day, along with a fast and convenient way to pay at the pump. Golf is here for every journey. See app for details.
It's Jim from Ace Ticket. Spring is finally here and the Red Sox are back at Fenway. Now is the perfect time for early season savings, or get your seats now for a summer game at Fenway. Ace Ticket is the official ticket partner of the Boston Red Sox, which means you'll always get the best seats at the lowest prices. Boston Celtics playoff tickets are on sale right now. Don't miss your chance to be at the Garden Party. Ace Ticket has been Boston's trusted ticket source since 1979. Visit aceticket.com or call 1-800-MY-SEATS.
The game is on the Sports Hub.
4 minutes, 47 seconds remaining in the third quarter of Game 7. Celtics trailing now by 11, 74-63. Sixers have had a double-digit lead most of the night. They built a 15-point lead immediately, and when Jaylen Brown went to the bench, the Celtics are sort of a makeshift lineup with Derek White and Keita right in the middle of it. Stormed back, and the Celtics very briefly had the lead midway through the second quarter, but Joel Embiid came back in the game. He has been brilliant. So funny, Nick Nurse got a lot of criticism for the way Embiid played in Game 4, trying to work his way back into the Sixer lineup. But the Sixers have gotten the dream scenario, exactly what they wanted with George, Embiid, Maxey, the starting lineup with Oubre and Edgecombe. It was exactly what they hoped they could be, and they've gotten it for 3 games in a row.
Well, and now you have Keita coming back in, Joel Embiid out. Watch for Paul George now.
I like the move with getting Joel Embiid out. You're up by 11. You're in good shape. You don't want to burn him all the way out. Paul George, chased by Hauser, drives, floats a diagonal pass out to Maxey, dribbles around Derek White, floats it up and in. Easy. Sixers had the lead back to 13, 76-63. Celtics got within 3 on the opening possession of this third quarter. Hauser, deep 3. Got it. Told you, that's going to be the guy. I don't mind if he shoots every time down. For the Celtics to slay the Giant here in Game 7, they're going to have to just knock down a bunch of threes. Boston down 10. Maxey, pressured by Derek White. Looking Edgecombe's way. He's got it against Sam Hauser on the Hauser hunt. Edgecombe, left-hand dribble, gets to the mid-block, pull-up jumper, bounces out, rebound. Drummond can't grab it. Shireman does. Hauser's done a good job on Edgecombe in this series. Shireman, front court. Boston down 10. Big minutes here, and beat out and Jaylen Brown out. Pritchard, right side of the floor, attacking Edgecombe, gets him pretty deep, and then circles back out. Shot clock down to 8. It's in the hands of Derek White. Cross court, Pritchard against Edgecombe. Shot clock at 3. Pritchard, tough 17-footer, no good. Rebound punched in the air, but Grimes has it. Hauser back defensively. Grimes shovels it back to Paul George. Philly by 10. 3:22 to go in the third. Paul George, little push-off, step back on Hauser, and he hits another three. Paul George has turned back the clock through this entire 7-game fortnight. Embiid has been amazing. You can make a very good case that Paul George is the MVP of the series. Derek White drives, kicks to the corner. Shireman's due. Three, though, comes up short.
Say do. Still do.
Celtics are 10 of 33 from distance in Game 7. Maxey, pull up, 12 feet. Sixers have their largest lead.
Wow. That happened fast.
81-66. Boston down 15. Cato for Pritchard. Left side. Three is in the air. Nope. Rebound Grimes. And the reality is beginning to settle in here. Grimes spinning on Pritchard. Kick to the corner. Drummond, extra pass to Edgecombe. They run away from him, and Edgecombe's three is right down the middle. Timeout, Joe Mazzulla.
And doing this essentially with Joel Embiid on the bench.
2:21 to go in the third quarter of Game 7 as the Philadelphia 76ers trying to exercise 44 years of Boston Demons lead 84-66 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Bring on the fun and bring home a new Honda with a great deal on your favorite Honda vehicles. And finally take that road trip you've been dreaming of. Now's the time to check out the Honda Civic and HR-V from Honda, the 2025 Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com Best Value brand.
Based on 2025 Consumer Choice Awards from Kelley Blue Book, visit KBB.com for more information.
Hit 98.5 thesportshub.com.
In the first half, the Celtics made their run with Joel Embiid on the bench. In the second half, not able to do it here as the Sixers just pouring it on. 14-3 is the latest run for Philadelphia. They have an 18-point lead, 84-66 with 2:21 to go in the third quarter of Game 7.
Well, and how they're doing it now is systematically just breaking the Celtics down. They're taking the little bunnies coming on the inside. Now Edgecombe knocks down the threes, and the Sixers are playing a great game. And then when everything else goes bad, give the ball to Paul George. Paul George has just been killing them.
And I'll say the quiet part out loud. The degree to which Paul George has outplayed Jaylen Brown in this series is going to be a big topic of discussion.
Well, the degree to which he will play in the next round if the Celtics can't come back. Boy, they're going to present some problems to the Knicks.
This Sixer team at 100% health? Absolutely. Derek White leans in over Edgecombe. Floater is no good. Rebound. Hauser picks it up. The loose change and lays it in. Margin is 16 now. 84-68 Philadelphia. Here's 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter.
Celtics just getting little glimmers. Celtics going to his zone here.
Jaylen Brown closest to Paul George. Now Maxey on the perimeter. Max bumped by Hauser. Bounce past George. Another three. Nope. Rebound. Caden, now you're surprised when he misses. Paul George had been 22 of 39 in the series from three until that miss. Jaylen Brown, little jump pass for Peyton Pritchard. Boston down 16, minute 30 to go in the third. Derek White, step back three on Edgecombe, short. And the rebound belongs to Paul George. And the Celtics, who needed to have a monster night shooting threes, have had just the opposite.
There's his zone again.
Celtics are 3 of 16 in the third quarter on threes. Maxey pulls up, elbow, tough jumper on Derek White, short. Rebound is the 5th for Cato. Final minute now, third quarter. Jaylen Brown dribbling past Drummond, gets in deep, lays it in. Cuts it to 14, 84-70.
And, you know, and do it this way. The Sixers should be up by 20.
No question.
If this is the delay of game, this is going to be a free throw for the Sixers.
I think it was because the ball dropped that they...
I thought they were calling delay of game. Sixers should be up by 20.
No doubt. And where they messed around with the game was in the second quarter. They just did not play smart in the second quarter. But you don't have to be that smart when you got the best players in the series. Joel Embiid and Paul George have been the 2 best players in the series. It's hard to believe the Celtics have actually outscored the Sixers in the series to this point. But they have. Not that that matters. Down 14 with 45 seconds to go in the third. Grimes for Edgecombe. Left corner three. Got it. And all the things the Celtics need to do to win, the Sixers are doing them better tonight in Game 7. 87-70. Jaylen Brown. Pump fake. Tough three. Wow. Hits it. He was just trying to draw a foul on Edgecombe. He ends up making the shot. Wow. 87-73. Celtics get the 2 for 1. 5-second differential on the 2 clocks as we count it down to the third quarter.
Get this ball right now to Paul George. Going against Cada.
Instead, Maxey, 4 on the shot clock. Cross court. Grimes penetrates, attacks, tried to cuff it, and got fouled. It's going to be Hauser. And Grimes will get free throws.
Brushed him on the elbow as he went in.
And it's a good thing Hauser did foul him first, because Cada fouled him after that. And that would have been the 5th on Cada. So 7 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Grimes gets a couple of free throws and try to push the Philly lead to 16. Wouldn't it be something? After what everybody thought was going to be the Celtics' fatal flaw all year, turns out to be just that. The thin front court in a playoff series that when it began looked like it would not include Joel Embiid. Instead, he's been the dominant player of the final 3 games.
Then you include it in this game. You brought Vooch in the trade.
1 or 2 free throws. Boston down 15. 5 seconds to go in the third. Derek White driving in the final seconds. Pull up, banks it, and gets the bounce. And the margin is 13. In a 6-month gap year season in which the Boston Celtics have done everything people told them they could not do, now they trail by 13 points. They trailed by 13 at the end of 1, trailed by 5 at halftime. The margin is 13 as we make the turn for home, and the Celtics try to pull off a miracle to keep their season alive. End of 3 in Game 7. Philadelphia 88, Boston 75 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Bring on the fun and bring home a new Honda with a great deal on your favorite Honda vehicles. And finally, take that road trip you've been dreaming of. Now's the time to check out the Honda Civic and HR-V from Honda, the 2025 Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com Best Value brand.
Based on 2025 Consumer Choice Awards from Kelley Blue Book, visit kbb.com for more information.
Hey, it's Felger here for Cambridge Savings Bank, my official bank. Whether you're looking to grow your successful business or start a new venture, count on Cambridge Savings Bank for service and support at every step of your journey. Member FDIC.
Hi, it's Jason Todd, VP of New England for Blue Sky Restoration Contractors. What makes Blue Sky unique compared to other restoration companies? At Blue Sky, we take care of everything from beginning to end, so we're the only call you need to make. So if your home or business experiences property damage from water, fire, mold, or storms, don't panic. With locations across the region, our team will be there in no time to get you back on your feet. Visit goblusky.com. Blue Sky Restoration Contractors, restoring your property and your life for a brighter tomorrow.
You know, everyone's got their spot, that place you head to for a great meal, drinks with friends, or takeout for the family. For me, that spot is 110 Grill in Hanover. The food's top-notch, the drinks are awesome, and the menu has something for everyone. Next time you're looking for your spot, go find your 110. Visit 110grill.com to find a location near you.
98.5 The Sports Hub and the Celtics Radio Network welcome the following new partners. Delta Dental of Massachusetts. They've teamed up with Boston's Sam Hauser for Veterans Assist to help deliver dental care to veterans experiencing housing challenges across Massachusetts. Blue Sky Restoration. Tune in to hear this date in history being restored by Blue Sky all season long. And remember, if you have a property disaster, visit goblusky.com. And your New England Chevy dealers and the Chevy Silverado. From the home of the Celtics, thank you for joining our winning team.
Zoe and Beetle, middays on the Sports Hub.
Celtics basketball brought to you by Gulf. Score 5 cents off per gallon with GoPay. Download the GoPay app today for the fast and convenient way to pay at the pump. Gulf, celebrating 125 years of fueling every journey. The official fuel partner of the Boston Celtics, who have never lost a 3-1 series lead, playing against a team that has never come back from 3-1 down. A team that has been tortured by the Celtics, not only losing not 1 but 2 3-1 series leads to them over the years. but 44 years and 6 straight playoff series losses to the Celtics since they failed to do the one thing they were implored to do the last time they did it here in 1982, and that was beat LA. They didn't. And now, 44 years of demons getting tortured by the Celtics, and they're 12 minutes away, leading 88-75. Philly by 13 and the ball. The fourth quarter of Game 7 begins now.
Well, this is Philly. And some strange things have happened when you see the 76ers play.
Celtics begin with Keita, White, Pritchard, Hauser, and Jaylen Brown. The author of an MVP caliber season. Tyrese Maxey. Bounce pass for Embiid. Embiid driving on Hauser. Attacks the paint. Runs into Keita. Misses the shot. Rebound pulled down by Keita. Could have been a 5th foul, but Keita held his ground. Derek White finds Jaylen Brown. He wants this open 3. It's in the air. No good. Boy, that would have been a monster shot to begin the fourth quarter. Would have got the Celtics within 10, but they just missed too many open shots tonight. They created them, but have not been able to knock them down. Embiid standing at the left elbow. Throwing the shoulder into Keita. Trying to get that 5th foul on him. Here comes the double team from White. Bounce pass to the open man. Edgecombe's 3 comes up short. Rebound number 7 for Keita. Boston still down 13, but 52 seconds gone in the fourth quarter. Jaylen Brown for Sam Hauser. Quick 3, straight away. Got it. Hauser's been the guy. Boston is only down 10 here with 10:58 to go. 88-78. Hauser is 3 for 3. The rest of the Celtics 9 of 35. Edgecombe, return to Maxey. Now left side, Quentin Grimes. Embiid, this time against Derek White, standing at the right elbow. Embiid has the ball sucked away by Derek White, but Embiid is able to pounce on it. Shot clock at 2. Embiid, turn around. Derek White knocks it away. Celtics get the defensive stop on Embiid. Derek White up the middle of the floor. He's going to stumble towards the basket, scoop and score, and Boston has it within 8.
Not over yet.
This can't happen, Kenneth. This can't happen.
I just told you it's Philly, man.
They'll never get over it in Philly. They'll never get over it. 88-80. 10:13 to go. Maxey calmly moves to the Grimes. Zips to the entry. Oubre scoops it up. No good. They're calling a foul on Jaylen Brown. Oubre gets free throw.
Good job by Oubre diving in the middle. Brown has to go straight up there.
That was a 10-1 run for the Celtics to cut it from 17 down to 8. 10-10 on the clock. Oubre trying to push the Philadelphia lead now back to 10.
Sixers should be up by 20. Coasting.
First free throw is good. Oubre had a great game 6. And didn't play much, just played at the end of the game, but he was on that Washington team that took the Celtics to 7 games in 2017. The famous dust-up with Kelly Olynyk, who was the star of that Game 7. Oubre calmly knocks down the free throws. Philly by 10, 90-80. Derek White walks the dog, picks it up just near half court. Clock starts rolling with 10:09 to go. Derek White puts in the hands of Keita straight away. Jaylen Brown now right side against Oubre. Hauser coming off a screen, catch and shoot, 3 in the air, nope. Offensive rebound, Keita and a putback. He beats Embiid.
Sam said he got hit on the hand there.
When Keita's been on the floor in the series, he's been really good. 90-82, Philly by 8. 9:47 to go in Game 7. Quentin Grimes deep on the left side. Return to Edgecombe. Edgecombe has an opening. His 3 is in the air. No good. Rebound, Keita. Celtics can make this a 2-possession game. Joe Mazzulla wants him to push it up the floor. Derek White enters to Jaylen Brown. Foul on Maxey. Trying to jump in front of him. 4th foul on Maxey comes with 9:32 to go.
Way to go at the basketball. 4th foul. He went over the arm then.
The Celtics have some momentum. They've got a crowd ready to jump at every opportunity, but they're climbing out of a huge hole here, and now Paul George walks back into the game.
If Sam gives you a pump fake, these guys are going to go flying. You might be able to get an easier opportunity.
9:32 is a lot of time. And you hear the crowd behind us. Jaylen Brown in safe for the Keita. Now Derek White against Paul George. Zips the entry. Jaylen Brown catches. Pump fake. Scores off the window. Could have been an and 1 on Oubre. They leave it go. And Nick Nurse going to grab a timeout. And it's going to get awful loud in here.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
The gap year Celtics fading away in a 7th game just doesn't fit the script. 9:22 to go in Game 7. Philadelphia 90, Boston 84 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now or go to carsforkids.org.
7 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
You know it's coming.
We can't even sit out here.
This season, guys, don't wait for it. Just fix it. Call Mosquito Mike. With locations across Massachusetts and Rhode Island, locally owned Mosquito Mike provides consistent, reliable mosquito and tick service done right. All backed by a 100% satisfaction guarantee. Prepay for the season and get one treatment free with coupon code SPORTSHUB. So this year, don't wait for...
Ugh, I'm going inside.
Instead, remember, for bites you don't like, call Mosquito Mike. 844-750-MIKE. Life can be difficult, especially for those struggling with addiction. If you or someone you know needs help, contact New England Recovery Center today. At New England Recovery Center, you'll find compassionate staff providing inpatient detox, clinical stabilization services, and individualized treatment. All major insurance plans accepted. Visit newenglandrecoverycenter.org or call 877-MY-REHAB for more information. The road to recovery starts at New England Recovery Center.
Electric bills keep climbing, and New England homeowners are feeling it every month. And that's why more people are turning to Devlin Energy, the region's trusted leader in solar installation and service. From brand new residential solar and backup battery systems to maintaining and repairing existing setups, Devlin does it all. Even commercial solar projects and whole home electrification. They help homeowners and businesses control rising energy costs and move toward true grid independence. Call the pros at Devlin Energy. Take control of your power. Visit devlinenergy.com or call them at 781-812-0240 to get started.
Felger and Maz, afternoons on the Sports Hub.
Celtics win probability had dropped below 4%. Down by 17 late in the third quarter, but a 14-3 run has breathed life into the crowd, and it's a 2-possession game. Nick Nurse calls timeout to reset everything offensively with 9:22 to go, now leading 90-84.
This zone has kind of bothered the 76ers. They were used to that one-on-one post up. Now the Celtics are in this zone. Philadelphia a little confused, and the thing you have to do, watch out. I'll say it now. Watch out for Paul George.
Who's the MVP of the series right now? Is it Embiid or is it Paul George?
Paul George.
I'm with you on that.
He started out from the very beginning. Give Brown points right now for bouncing back. Brown with 28 points, 5 assists, 5 rebounds, rather, excuse me.
What did I tell you when Sam Hauser walked back on the floor? Said the Celtics going to have any chance, he's going to have to be the guy, and he's made 3 of 4 from 3. He's got 11 points in 20 minutes. Celtics back on the floor with Hauser, Queta, Pritchard, White, and Jaylen Brown. Within 6 now, 9:22 to go. This crowd has given the Celtics everything tonight, everything. Maxey picks it up in the backcourt. Clock is rolling. 9:20, 9:19, 9:18 to go in Game 7. Maxey moving to his right. Moves into the corner. Oubre with the entry to Joel Embiid. Embiid at the elbow against Queta. Derek White punches at the ball. Embiid keeps it alive. Elevates for a jumper and hits it.
Have your hands in the face, but Joel Embiid so good at getting to that point.
29 for Joel Embiid. Boston down 8. Jaylen Brown drives around Paul George. Lays it in, but they're calling the foul. Everybody's arguing no basket. A lot of stuff going on here. Paul George went down, thought the offensive foul was going to be on Jaylen Brown. Jaylen followed up, made the shot, and he is slow to get up after making the shot, which won't count because they call the foul on the floor. But Jaylen is holding on to his left knee. This comes with 8:55 to go.
I think he hyperextended the knee.
He's trying to stretch it out right now. He reaches out to have his teammates help him up. Trying to put some weight on it.
The review is to see if the last play warranted a hostile act.
Mr. Act on. Oh. Is this going to be on
Paul
Brown?
George, a little tap for
I'd say Brown for a
Jaylen
hostile
Brown.
act.
That's, I imagine, what they would be looking at. We have not yet seen a replay. NBC has not aired it. They're going to air it now.
Joel Embiid
No,
at the end was the one came over, hit him, and he
Yeah,
just kind of.
we don't know what they're looking at yet because they didn't announce that. All they said for a potential hostile act, but was it on Embiid for making the contact with Jaylen Brown?
Well, he pushed him with that backhand.
It would have been a foul on Embiid at the rim if they hadn't called the foul earlier on Paul George trying to slow him down on the drive. All this comes with 8:55 to go and the Celtics trailing by 8. If the call on the floor stands, it will just be Boston ball on a side of the bounce. Jaylen is walking around putting some weight on that left knee.
Tell you what they're
stretching
gonna
it
call.
out.
Tell you what they're going to call. And I'm looking at the extension of the arm here by Embiid as Brown went. Is that the Rick Mahorn? I did that thing with him. Tap foul. Watch at the very end of this play.
So
talking comes over and where's the look at the backhand is extended into the back of Brown.
Embiid went up to contest the shot. As I said, it would have been a foul call. Here's James Capers.
Following the blocking foul on George, we have contact that is deemed to be hostile by Embiid. We have a technical foul. We will shoot one free throw, any player in the game, and then Boston will get the ball out, side out, with 19 on the clock.
So a technical, not a flagrant, but a technical on Joel Embiid will give Peyton Pritchard a free throw, and then the Celtics will get the ball back. The foul is the second on Paul George, second team foul on Philadelphia. Pritchard has not attempted a free throw in this game, 6 of 7 in the series. And Derek White, with the Celtics' best free throw shooters this year, he makes it. Celtics are within 7.
That's all you can hope for. Just stay within something.
Jaylen Brown on the inbound to Hauser. Cross court, Derek White. Derek White getting hounded by Grimes. Gets a Hauser screen to free, and that could have been a foul. Derek White turns the corner. Bumps into Oubre. He knocks him over. Bounce past Keita. Flips it up. And in. Scored on the foul.
They ain't dead yet. They ain't dead yet, man.
Keita will go to the free throw line, trying to make this a 4-point game with 8:41 to go.
What did I tell you? I said, you know what? Paul, this is Philadelphia.
Fouls the third on Paul George, the second on this possession. Now Keita at the free throw line. Hits it. 92-88. The Celtics have cut it from 17 to 4, and they've done it in 5 minutes. 92-88. Philly with the lead and the ball. 8:32 to go in Game 7. It has become a cauldron in here. Entry Embiid and Jaylen Brown gives him a little push in the back, and Embiid made sure the official saw it by throwing his giant body to the ground.
And
2 team fouls on each side.
Somebody today was telling me about floppy. Yeah, Joel Embiid, flop-o-matic.
It works. Maxey over the shoulder pass deflected by Pritchard, but just out of bounds. Sixers will keep it 11 to shoot. If the Celtics get one more stop and make, the roof is going to come off. Paul George for Grimes in the corner. Embiid wants it against Keita. That's where the ball goes. Baseline extended. Jaylen showing double team. Now peels away. Embiid step back. 18-footer. No good. Rebound Jaylen Brown. Boston down by 8. 8:11 to go. Jaylen to the center court logo. Right hand dribble on George. Gets in deep. Pump fake. Kicks back out. Derek White runs to the corner. Pulls it back. Shot clock down to 12. Keita. Hand to Jaylen Brown. Jaylen ducks the shoulder. Leans into Paul George. Runs it up and in. Scored and the foul. And Jaylen Brown can make this a 1-point game. And the building is shaking.
It's electric. Somebody do the electric slide with me. My goodness, walking back in this game. As I told you, this is Chocodella.
This is the 25th anniversary season for us. In our first year, the Celtics had the comeback over the Nets in the conference finals. This would top it. Jaylen Brown's free throw is right down the middle. And Game 7 is a 1-point game with 7:59 to go.
Wow.
Embiid was down on the floor. He is slow to get up and hobbling a little bit into the front court. Feel the noise. Feel it. Quentin Grimes, left-hand dribble. Pulls up, bounce pass. Embiid going to crank up a 3. Got it. Joel Embiid answers the crowd, knocking down a 3, and the Sixers lead by 4. His first of Game 7, 95-91. Derek White, strong down the right side, gets in deep. 2 pump fakes. Third one, puts it off the glass, no good, and Embiid has the rebound. Derek White reaches in and commits a foul.
Oh, Derek can't do that.
No, he can't.
He got in so low that the trap was there. But Joel Embiid, give him credit for hitting that big shot.
He's done it all series. 32 points in 32 minutes for Joel Embiid. (95-91). Philly by 4 and the ball. 7:23 to go. Paul George deep on the left side. Zips into the corner. Oubre, here's the entry. Embiid catches. Blocked from behind by Jaylen Brown. Brilliant. Derek White into the front court. Celtics down 4. 7:07 to go. Derek White puts in the hands of Jaylen Brown. Oubre reaches for it. Almost knocked it away. Jaylen behind the Derek White screen. Now the Keita screen. Gets to the elbow. Bounce past Keita. Embiid knocks it away. Keita pounces on the loose ball. Shot clock at 6. Keita spins. Falls away. Bounces front iron. No good. Pritchard can't get the rebound. Edgecombe does.
Like that shot.
Philly by 4 and the ball. 6:44 to go in Game 7. Maxey. Moving to his left. Bounce pass back for Embiid. This time he puts a 3 back in his pocket. Hand to Paul George. George turns the corner. Bounce pass back to Embiid. Cracks up another 3. No good. Rebound Jaylen Brown. Celtics with the ball down 4. 6:26 to go in Game 7. It couldn't end any other way. No way. Jaylen Brown dribbles around Oubre. Attacks. Almost picked up his foot. He did. Jaylen Brown turns it over. A killer with 6:18 to go.
Made a great play here against Embiid to block that shot.
95-91. Philly by 4. 6:10 to go in Game 7. Embiid has the 3-point line. Here's the entry. Paul George against Hauser. Turns. Fades. No good. Rebound Jaylen Brown. Jaylen into the front court. Edgecombe trying to slow him down. Jaylen left-hand dribble. Steps around him. Fights his way in. Kick to the corner. Hauser all the way out to Derek White. Steps to his right. Open 3. Got it!
Oh, my goodness. These boys are back in it. They're back in it.
Everyone wondered for the last 2 weeks where Derek White has been. We found him tonight in Game 7. Boston within 1. 5:36 to go. Tyrese Maxey out of the half court. Jaylen Brown in front of him. Embiid is on the far side of the floor. Derek White closest to him. Shot clock is down to 12. Maxey starts his drive. Hauser slides his feet. Maxey has to step back. Shot clock at 7. Maxey drives in the paint. Scoops a wild shot. No good. Late foul call is going to give Maxey free throws.
Oh, my goodness. Don't bail him out. Oh, don't bail him out with a cheat one.
And it's the 5th on Keita.
Let's see what the foul is. See if we see it.
Yeah, he got him on the arm. The Celtics are going to challenge, but they're going to lose. Keita got him on the arm.
Yeah, definitely did. Oh, thank goodness.
Celtics will challenge, but the crowd's going to be disappointed here. 5:20 to go in Game 7. Philadelphia 95, Boston 94 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Every part of your life deserves protection, from your car to your home to your family. At Amica Insurance, they're committed to helping you safeguard what matters most. For more than a century, Amica has provided personalized coverage and world-class service you can count on. Whether you're looking for auto, home, or life insurance, they'll help you find the right fit for your unique needs. Visit Amica.com to get a quote today, because peace of mind starts with protection.
BetMGM, an authorized gaming partner of the NBA, is adding extra excitement to every basket this year with special promotions, new features, and more. Log in throughout the season to find anything from odds boost tokens, same-game parlay boost tokens, and unique rewards in your account to amplify your winnings. Log in to BetMGM all throughout the basketball season to see what's new.
Hope is here. Call 1-800-327-5050 or visit gamblinghelplinema.org. Must be 21 plus. Massachusetts only. In partnership with MGM Springfield. Play it smart from the start. Live chat at GameSenseMA.com.
You're not dreaming. Astound Gig Wi-Fi is just $40 a month. Forever. It's the deal of a lifetime. Plus, you get a $200 gift card. What if your internet bill just never went up? No surprises, no contracts, no increases. No, seriously. Just $40 a month for gig Wi-Fi. For life. And a bonus $200 gift card when you switch today. Why wait? Go to astound.com.
Grilling season is here, and boneless chicken is on sale at Shaw's and Star Market. Yes, get Purdue boneless chicken breast, thin sliced or tenders for just $2.99 a pound when you use the digital coupon. Limit 2. Use the Shaw's app for coupon deals like this, rewards points, and delicious recipes in Shaw's Meals Hub, like chicken and jalapeno enchiladas. Order online and get free curbside pickup, or choose delivery. Shaw's and Star Market, proud to be local since 1860.
Toucher and Hardy, mornings on the Sports Hub.
With their season on the line, the Celtics for nearly 7 minutes have staged one of their best offensive quarters of the year. They've cut a 17-point deficit to 1 with 5:20 to go in Game 7. Now, the Celtics have lost the challenge. The confusion at the scorer's table was that there were people on the Celtics bench saying that they did not challenge. But obviously, James Capers said they did challenge. The challenge was unsuccessful. Fans here lost their mind, but as we said before going to break, Queta absolutely fouled. So Maxey will get free throws here to try to put Philadelphia up by 3, and you now have 5 fouls on Queta, who has been one of the stars of Game 7 for the Celtics.
Well, you have 4 fouls now on the Sixers and 4 fouls right now on the Celtics. So from here on, teams are going to be shooting. And for all we want to talk about, the Celtics shouldn't be in this game.
Nope.
There's no way I look at the Celtics being in this game.
This, you know, the Orlando Magic collapsed last night. This would be when you're trying to shake off 44 years of demons and you're up 17 with a minute to go in the third quarter against a Celtic team. They can't make a shot without Jason Tatum. When you're at full strength, it's hard for me to even imagine the magnitude of this loss for Philadelphia. But they have played with poise for most of the night. They've earned this lead. Maxey should be able to put them up by 3 here with 5:20 to go as he goes to the line for the first time tonight. And he is 19 of 20 in the series. First one's good.
The Celtics could somehow tie this game.
The Sixers have led. Where are we now? We're at 42 minutes and 40 seconds. The Sixers have led for over 42 minutes of Game 7. Maxey's free throw to make it a 3-point game is good. 97-94. Boston with the ball, down 3. Clock rolling now with 5:17 to go in Game 7. Derek White high steps to the cross half court. Oubre in front of him. Jaylen Brown comes to get it on the wing against Paul George. That matchup has started to turn here in the second half. Jaylen moving to his right, hunting Maxey a little bit. Jaylen throws the shoulder into him. Free throw line, leans in, really tough shot is good. Whew. Just jumped over Maxey, who had taken his vision away after a slow start in Game 7. Jaylen Brown coming down to stretch like a thoroughbred. 97-96, Philly by 1. 4:47 to go in Game 7. Maxey, lob for Embiid, and did Jaylen Brown foul him?
Yeah.
20 feet from the basket. Jaylen picks up a 3rd foul, and that's going to be Embiid going to the line. Got to make him work harder than that. Yeah, he had his jersey. And there was Jaylen was trying to deny, but he was too far away from the basket to commit that foul. So Embiid will try to push it back to a 3-point game. We're down to 4:45 to go in Game 7. Embiid has been beyond brilliant tonight and his return to the series. First free throw is good. 33 points, 11 rebounds, 6 assists, just 1 turnover in 35 Game 7 minutes. He has demons of his own to exercise. Boston in 23, Toronto in 19.
I think I'd just rather have Queta on him. If he fouls out with Queta there, he fouls out. Queta's done the best job.
Embiid gets the free throws. 99-96. Philly by 3. Derek White walks the dog, rolling towards half court. He picks it up now. Clock starts rolling with 4:43 to go. Derek White moves it to Jaylen Brown left side against Paul George. White, quick 3. No good. Wide left. Rebound. Edgecombe wins the foot race. That would have tied the game. Instead, Philly by 3 on the ball. 4:28 to go. Queta is guarding Embiid. Maxey's looking that way, and that's where the ball goes. Deep on the left side. Hauser showing double team. Embiid lines up Keita. Hauser steps to Embiid as the double team, steps back, long cross court. Edge closed down by Pritchard. They swing it around the horn. Maxey has the lane taken away by Derek White. Steps to his left, tries to dribble around. Keita gets to the rim, misses the layup, and they're calling a loose. Nope, what are they calling? A goaltending. Maybe offensive goaltending, yes.
Yeah, ball's on the rim.
We're getting a look at the replay, and they got it right. Edgecombe touched it above the cylinder. So the Celtics get the ball back, down 3. 99-96 with 4:08 to go in Game 7.
What's Philly doing? They're not challenging.
Are they challenging?
The ball's on the rim. Come on, man. Give us a break.
The discussion here is
he wants to challenge to see if it was goaltending or not.
Philadelphia's challenging the ruling of basket interference on.
Well, you know what they're going to get? This could end up horrific for the Celtics. Derek White put his hand through the net. Could they overrule and call goaltending on Derek White and give the 2 points to Philadelphia? This comes with 4:08 to go in Game 7, and the Sixers for the moment leading 99-96. Boston will have the ball here.
I don't think so, and the reason I say I don't think so because this is him with the over the rim touching the basketball where the ball was on the rim. That should be Boston's other basketball. Wow, what a nail biter.
I began the night by saying, how could this go any other way? When these two teams met on opening night,
on review,
here's the call.
Portion of the ball is still in the cylinder. Basket interference stands. That is Philadelphia's last challenge for the evening, and a charge timeout.
All right, so Philly loses the challenge. Celtics will have the ball down 3 with 4:09 to go. Think about the paths and the journeys these two teams went on, starting with the Sixers' 1-point win on this floor on opening night. The Celtics got off to the 5-7 start. Sixers looked great at the start of the year. Health issues just debilitated their season. And the Celtics, after going 2 games under 500, suddenly put together one of the most absurd regular seasons we have ever seen. And they ended up as the higher seed. Little did we know the Sixers would be completely healthy by the middle of this series. They've taken full control of it, but they've been unable to put the Celtics away to this point. 4:05 to go. Boston with the ball down 3. Derek White against Paul George. Puts it to the floor. 2 dribbles, enters it. Jaylen Brown's got it on the block against Oubre. Jaylen draws a double. Kick out. Derek White has it. His 3 is in the air. No good. Rebound. Keita comes down with it and gets fouled. Sixers are over the limit. Free throws now with 3:49 to go.
Wow. Boy, you know what? Give Keita all the marks in the world right now for just staying in this thing. This time getting up high, able to get the basketball, get fouled. Now you go to the line. Boy, a nail biter for everybody. My goodness. Can you hard? They need to have some ambulance standing by in front of Causeway because this is the biggest nail biter I've seen as Keita knocks down the first calmly.
Oh. Keita has been fantastic in Game 7. 16 points, 9 rebounds, plus 14 in a game the Celtics now trail by 2. He's got another free throw here with 3:49 to go. It is in the air. It's right down the middle. Could Keita stay on the floor was the question. He has tonight. Can he stay on the floor for the final 3:45? 99-98. The Celtics and Sixers adding another chapter to their Game 7 rivalry. Embiid bullying his way in on Jaylen Brown. Finds the cutter. Floats it up with the right hand. It's no good. He looked Oubre's way. He missed. And now the Celtics have it down 1. 3:29 to go. Derek White against Tyrese Maxey. Deep on the right side. Jaylen sets the screen. Derek White. Bounce pass. Jaylen. Open. 3. Rims out. 2/3 of the way down. It circled the rim. And the rim spit it back out. It would have given Boston the lead. Instead, Philly by 1 with 3:12 to go in Game 7.
Who's Paul George?
Tyrese Maxey. Straight away, gets a back screen from Oubre. Maxey, push pass into the corner. Embiid, 3, no. Rebound, Keita again. The Celtics get another chance to take the lead. 2:57, 2:56, 2:55 to go in Game 7. Derek White, left side of the floor. Bounce past 3-point line. Jaylen Brown goes quick. Elevates, free throw line. Jumper, rims out. Rebound, Oubre saves it into the hands of Paul George. Back and forth we go in this one-point game. 2:41 to go. Philly ball up by 1. They have led virtually the entirety of Game 7. Maxey moving to his right. Hauser jumps out at him. Oubre ambles over to set the screen. Instead, they enter to Paul George. Goes quick on Derek White. Elevates. Blocked by Jaylen Brown. Another huge block. Celtics the third chance to take the lead. Jaylen switches to the left hand. Kick to the corner. Pritchard, 3. No good. And the rebound. Paul George saves it from going out of bounds. How many chances will the Celtics get to take a lead they have not been able to grab? It's been on their fingertips. We're down to 2:06 to go in Game 7. Philly with the ball up by 1. Maxey moving to his left. Attacks Cato. Runs it up and in. Celtics down 3. Jaylen Brown lead. Hauser in behind everybody. Drops it, but saves it from going out of bounds. Cato puts it in the hands of Jaylen Brown. This possession teetering on the break. Hauser has saved it for the moment. Boston down 3 with 1:46 to go. Hauser thought he was going to have a breakaway. Instead, Jaylen Brown against Maxey. Jaylen switches to the left hand. Knocks Maxey away. His 14-footer. No good. Rebound. Cato has it knocked away, and Embiid has the rebound. Embiid is hobbling. Sixers 90 seconds away now, up by 3. Maxey into the front court. Boy, Embiid is hobbling. Maxey starts to drive, pulls up on Derek White. He's way behind the three-point line. Left-hand dribble, hands to Oubre, back to Maxey. Maxey coming downhill, past Cato, lays it up and in. Back-to-back buckets by Maxey. Sixers by 5 with 1:15 to go. Jaylen Brown into the front court, finds Derek White at the logo. Celtics running out of chances now. Derek White deep on the left side. Right-hand dribble drive. Stop and start. Gets in deep. Embiid takes the paint away. Derek White hands to Hauser. Fall away 3. No good. Rebound. Kelly Oubre gets it away to Edgecombe. Sixers up by 5. 51 seconds to go. The Celtics must have a stop now. They are out of options. Tyrese Maxey out of the logo with 41 seconds to go. The Sixers trying to end 44 years of frustration on this possession. Maxey, bumped by Pritchard, puts it to the floor, pulls up. 19-footer, no good. Rebound, headed for the corner, knocked out of bounds by Embiid. Boston has it, barely clinging to life. Down by 5 with 30.5 to go. And Embiid hobbling down the floor on defense.
Gotta get this thing off quick.
Jaylen Brown, here's the pull-up 3. Way too strong. Rebound, Jaylen's got it. Kick out, Derek White, Celtics need the 3. Don't get it. Rebound, Maxey. We're down to 20 seconds to go. Pritchard gives the foul. And the Celtics had 3, 4, 5 chances down the stretch with the ball and the lead on their fingertips and could never, ever grab it.
Opportunities were there. My goodness. Brown hitting his head like, oh, can't believe I missed those shots. But give these guys full marks, man, for battling.
44 years of springtime frustration for the Philadelphia 76ers against the Boston Celtics. Maxey gets the first free throw. 6-point margin. The Celtics battled from 17 down. They had the ball down 1 on 3 separate possessions in the fourth quarter and could not score.
Pritchard right there. Had a wide open 3. Missed it. Would have put you ahead.
Maxey gets the free throws, and Joe Mazzulla will call the timeout with the Celtics down 7 and 20 seconds remaining in Game 7.
That's all you can say. You battle. I give them credit for what they did, man. I am very proud that the way these guys battled and stayed in this game. They had no reason to be in it. Look at Brown's numbers today. Brown with 33. Derek White, who hadn't played well, 26. But they needed more. They needed something from Pritchard tonight. They needed something from him tonight.
No. They needed Jason Tatum tonight at Game 7.
Well, you don't have Jason Tatum. Would have been nice to have, but you don't have him. And
there was part of me wondering if this situation evolved, the one we're in now, with the inevitability at hand, if there was any chance you were going to get a beat New York chant out of this crowd 44 years after beat LA.
I don't think so.
But I think the level of disdain for both teams is too equal. You feel good about the Sixers in New York, don't you?
I really do. If the Sixers are playing like this, Paul George is Paul George again. The Knicks have a lot of problems, a lot of errors that cover up, and Edgecombe has done a real good job of playing the Knicks star.
It was so much a microcosm of the entire season for the Celtics, the way it played out. Quick inbound, Hauser's three is no good. The rebound belongs to Maxey. Shireman will give the foul with 15 seconds to go, and the Sixers will march down to the other end and shoot free throws. The Sixer fans that made the trip waving their towels and celebrating something that I'm sure a lot of them in this building were not alive the last time it happened, that the Sixers eliminated the Celtics from the playoffs. And no one has been alive to see the Sixers come from 3-1 down in the playoff series. Now they've seen that.
Full marks.
The money on the table. Maxey hit the shots late. He got to the rim when Embiid gave everything he could give and eventually ran out of gas. It was Maxey that took the Sixers across the finish line.
Maxey brought them home. It's a couple of shots away. But you can't say anything. When you have the ball on your hands, you might be able to take a lead.
Maxey scoring the final 8 points of Game 7. 15 seconds to go. Pritchard dribbling in deep, gets his final 2 points. 107-100, 7-point margin, 10 seconds to go. Hauser will foul Edgecombe. Stopping the clock with 8.8 to go. Wow. It has been such a wild journey that you could not possibly have anticipated throughout this year. And isn't it remarkable that it ends up where so many people thought it would at the very start? But the expectations and the heartbreak for Celtic fans right now were brought on by this team playing so much better than anybody had any right to expect all year. And it made you believe the unbelievable for months and months and months. But for the Celtics to go into a 7th game with the Sixers healthy and no Jason Tatum, the inevitable has become reality. Final 6 seconds, Pritchard will launch a three. It is no good. The ball appropriately enough in the hands of Maxey. And a season that began with 3 straight losses that surprised nobody ends with 3 straight losses nobody saw coming. And the simply extraordinary, feel-good 83 games that came in between for the moment become consigned to an afterthought and a feeling right now that is anything but. For the first time in franchise history, the Celtics lose a 3-1 series lead, and for the first time in their franchise history, the Sixers come from 3-1 down and in the process exercise 44 years of demons and finally eliminate the Celtics. The final score in Game 7, Philadelphia 109, Boston 100. We'll have more on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
In 1977, Ford F-Series became the best-selling trucks in America. 33 million trucks later, we've kept that title every year since. And that's a formula we plan on repeating. Ford F-Series, built Ford tough. The best-selling trucks in America for 49 years and counting. Based on 1977 to 2025 calendar year industry reported total sales.
It's playoff basketball. You got to do a little bit of everything.
The intensity levels are at an all-time high. These are the NBA playoffs. Every team looking to make a run.
This is incredible.
Every player looking to make history.
Give me all you got. Let's go.
So tune in because this is going to be unbelievable.
This is exactly what we want.
The NBA playoffs presented by Google continue on ABC, ESPN, NBC, Peacock, and Prime.
The game is on, and the snacks from Big Y? Oh, yeah. Freshly made wings, platters, pizzas, and 30-inch super subs. Big Y makes the crowd go wild. Big Y, nicely done.
Clinton Savings Bank started in 1851. 175 years later, we're still excited about starting, helping you start with savings, a home, a business, or any other goal. Visit clintonsavings.com, 175 years and just getting started. Member FDIC, member DIF, NMLS number 422081.
Who's monitoring your systems around the clock without missing a play? Who keeps your environment secure, stable, and always on? Who delivers managed services that strengthen IT and elevate performance? Serving New England for 30 years. Access, security, trust. Intrasystems.com.
The Bruins play on the Sports Hub.
Embiid was down on the floor, and he is slow to get up and hobbling a little bit into the front court. Feel the noise. Feel it. Quentin Grimes, left-hand dribble. Pulls up, bounce pass. Embiid going to crank up a three. Got it. Joel Embiid answers the crowd, knocking down a three, and the Sixers lead by 4. That put Philadelphia up 95-91. The Celtics would again get within 1. They had several possessions to take the lead. They had pretty good looks. None of them went down. And eventually they just ran out of chances. Maxey scores the final 10 points of the game. Fittingly enough, he was great with 30 points. A brilliant command performance from Joel Embiid, exercising his own Game 7 demons as the Philadelphia 76ers have won the final 3 games of the series and advanced to the Eastern Conference semifinals, which will begin Monday night at Madison Square Garden. Welcome into Amica Postgame Live for the final time this year. Brought to you as always by Amica Insurance, exclusive auto, home, and life insurance partner of the Boston Celtics. We got 2 segments, so let's use the first one to talk about this game tonight, which there were a lot of people walking around the last 2 days with so much fear about the way it was going to play out. And, man, the first 5 or 6 minutes felt like it was going to be a runaway, ugly train. Philadelphia led by 15, and Embiid was doing whatever he wanted. And this was an opera in basically 4 parts where the Sixers took complete control of the game. And then when Jaylen Brown came out to start the second quarter, Embiid went out. And the Celtics made this crazy one with Derek White and Peyton Pritchard, and they actually briefly took the lead for a couple of seconds in this game after falling behind by 15. Sixers got back in command and led this game by 17 in the final minute of the third quarter. And yet, fittingly, there was no way the gap year Celtics were just going to fold, right, in game number 7. It wasn't going to happen. And they pushed the Sixers as far as they could push them, but sometimes you got to tip your hat to a team at the start of the year. So what was possible for Philadelphia if Paul George, Joel Embiid, and Tyrese Maxey were healthy? This was possible.
Yeah, that they played well. They did what they needed to do, scoring the baskets, being aggressive. There were times Joel Embiid just took over. Great job by Joel Embiid. You have to give him full marks. I didn't think he'd be effective coming back from that surgery, but he was. He became that stabilizing force, and the Celtics really never had an answer until the end of the game.
People were talking, they wanted Joe Mazzulla to make lineup changes and try different guys. And you do that, and he did. He started Baylor Shireman. He started Luka Garza. He started Ron Harper in this game. Shireman, Garza, Harper, Walsh, and Hugo Gonzalez ended up playing 53 minutes in this game, scored 0 points.
Yeah.
0.
And that was one of the things you looked at. Okay, if you're going to get something, you had to get something from those guys early on. You never did. You got a little bit from, I wouldn't say it was probably Shireman, a couple of nice offensive rebounds, but not scoring the basketball.
It's the difference between the regular season and the playoffs. And a team that was never really built to contend this year, to make a run in the playoffs, ended up in the playoffs and not having a Jason Tatum in Game 7 against a team that was specifically almost designed to be a difficult matchup. But it's funny because Keita stayed on the floor for 33 minutes, and he was great in Game 7. But you look at the moments in this series, it was defined by Neemias Keita not being able to stay on the floor.
Yeah, Keita played well enough, especially the times he was able to be on the floor. But as you said, for the most part, wasn't able to be on the floor, and that really hurt them. So at the end of the day, I'll say this about this group on the floor, and even today's game, really proud of them. I'm really proud of the way they played and they fought. You know, when you think you're shorthanded and people say, you know, you can give up, you can let go of the rope, Celtics never really let go of the rope, and they played hard enough and had an opportunity, you know, to do something really special. But it was just some really, at the end of the day, it wasn't meant to be, considering some of the shots they weren't able to make.
And now we'll try to do the impossible in our final segment here, which is to try to put in perspective what we have just seen over the last 6 months and over the last 4 days that changed everything as the Sixers come from 3-1 down in the series to beat the Celtics in Game 5 and Game 7 in Boston. They win it tonight by a final of 109-100. We will wrap up the game, the season, and this extraordinary gap year next on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
BetMGM, an authorized gaming partner of the NBA, is adding extra excitement to every basket this year with special promotions, new features, and more. Log in throughout the season to find anything from odds boost tokens, same-game parlay boost tokens, and unique rewards in your account to amplify your winnings. Log into BetMGM all throughout the basketball season to see what's new.
Hope is here. Call 1-800-327-5050 or visit gamblinghelplinema.org. Must be 21 plus. Massachusetts only. In partnership with MGM Springfield. Play it smart from the start. Live chat at GameSenseMA.com.
Amica Insurance knows. You build your life piece by piece through all the moments, both big and small. For generations, Amica's been providing world-class service across auto, home, and life insurance. So when it comes to protecting what you've built, who are you going to trust? Amica Insurance, proud sponsor of the Boston Celtics.
Bring on the fun and bring home a new Honda with a great deal on your favorite Honda vehicles. And finally, take that road trip you've been dreaming of. Now's the time to check out the Honda Civic and HR-V from Honda, the 2025 Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com Best Value Brand.
Based on 2025 Consumer Choice Awards from Kelley Blue Book, visit kbb.com for more information.
Visit the 99 restaurant this Friday through Sunday for their double bonus card special. Purchase a $25 gift card and receive 2 $5 bonus cards. You gotta love the nines. Grilling season is here, and boneless chicken is on sale at Shaw's and Star Market. Yes, get Purdue boneless chicken breast, thin sliced or tenders for just $2.99 a pound when you use the digital coupon. Limit 2. Use the Shaw's app for coupon deals like this, rewards points, and delicious recipes in Shaw's Meals Hub, like chicken and jalapeno enchiladas. Order online and get free curbside pickup, or choose delivery. Shaw's and Star Market, proud to be local since 1860.
This is Boston's home for sports.
Jaylen Brown. Here's the pull-up three. Way too strong. Rebound. Jalen's got it. Kick out. Derek White. Celtics need the three. Don't get it. Rebound, Maxey. We're down to 20 seconds to go. Pritchard gives the foul. And the Celtics had 3, 4, 5 chances down the stretch with the ball and the lead on their fingertips and could never, ever grab it. And that was the difference. Tyrese Maxey then closed the show with a couple of buckets and free throws. And the Celtics, who trailed by 1 with the ball on 3 occasions midway through the fourth quarter, could never grab the lead. And their season comes to an end tonight in Game 7 with a 109-100 loss to the Philadelphia 76ers. A season that began on opening night in this building against the Sixers. And on that night, whatever anybody says now, whatever they pretend changing history, nobody picked the Celtics ahead of the Sixers at the start of this year. But the season just took on a different path for both of these teams. And with the Celtics were 5-7, they lost their first 3. And the season, of course, ends with a 3-game losing streak, their first one since they started 0-3. The symmetry of that. It seemed impossible. I was not even processing into late November, early December, what the Celtics were doing. It seemed like it wasn't real when they were winning games and they were starting to blow teams out. And it was one of the most remarkable things I've ever seen, because you have in your mind, especially when you've been doing this for a while, you think you know this is going to happen. There's no way. The Celtics have never been a good team with Jason Tatum off the floor, even when they had Hall of Fame players playing with him. How could this team possibly be 4 or 5 games over 500, let alone winning 56 games, let alone becoming the number 2 seed in the East? But playoffs is a different animal, and when you're playing 7 consecutive games against a really good team at full strength, everything changed.
Yeah, it was. And the reality of it, when you don't have one of your best players, he's out of the game, you didn't think it would be that close. The Sixers played a brilliant game early on, took the Celtics out of it, took the crowd out of it, and then the Celtics just clawed and fought. And I'm sure Joe Mazzulla's going to say the same thing. I'm proud to see how these guys fought. And, you're going to lose games. But they lost it in a way, at the end of the day, the best team won. The best team won. The 76ers won today. They beat you on almost every possession with every guy. But, Celtics have a bright future. You look at Brown, you look at Tatum, those guys coming back. Now you got to make some choices about, like Vooch. Did not even, that shocking did not even play in this game tonight. Didn't even get a sniff in this game tonight. And so that would tell you something about what Joe Mazzulla felt about what he could do or what he couldn't do.
The season began, and everybody called it a gap year at the start, and then I started doing it satirically during the year when the Celtics just kept winning crazy games and putting up a crazy scoring differential, and the Celtics for 82 games played as a top 4 team in the NBA. But you look at them without Jason Tatum at the start of the year, you were going from a front court of Porzingis, Horford, Tatum, and Cornette into a starting front court that began this season of Keita, Garza, Minot, and Tillman. That was the start, which is why a lot of us were not overly optimistic about what this team could accomplish, and it's funny that it sort of came back that way at the end of the year. But now you've reset the tax penalties. You've done all of that. Now you're going to have, in theory, a healthy Jason Tatum back at the start of next year, which was the goal. If you remember, the entire season was, even if Tatum comes back, the number one priority was having him healthy at the start of the year. Jaylen Brown will turn 30 right at the start of the year. I know there's going to be craziness. That's what talk shows do, right, for the next 6 months. There's going to be all of this conversation throughout the emotion of losing this series. That will happen. But at the end of the day, the Celtics still have Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum. They still have Peyton Pritchard. Neemias Queta was a revelation what he did this year. It is extraordinary what he accomplished this year to become a legitimate top half of the league starting center. That's what you're starting to build with Peyton Pritchard and Derek White and Sam Hauser. And what do you add to that group? Because the expectations with Tatum returning healthy next year, it's what I kept saying all year, stop getting excited about this team and enjoy the house money year. Because the house money's gone, and the expectations will be back on the Celtics' shoulders in October.
Well, I mean, you think about all the things I had, what could have been, what should have been, but this team played well enough to take the 76ers to a 7th game. A 7th game that we came into and we're thinking like, whoa, this ought to be good. This is what Tatum is built for. Tatum has a sore knee and doesn't even play in the game. And you struggle and claw, and you had an opportunity to get early in this basketball game to take a lead, but you just didn't.
And here is kind of the only seminal point I wanted to get to about this year. I thought before the Tatum injury, I thought tonight was going to be a referendum on this entire season for the Celtics and on Jaylen Brown. And it's funny how it played out, because you look at this first half of this game when the Celtics went down big and Jaylen was not playing well, it seemed to be that worst nightmare, that instead of remembering this as the MVP caliber year for Jaylen Brown and this extraordinary season, it was only going to be remembered for losing a 3-1 lead despite the circumstances. And yet, the second half of this game for both this team and Jaylen Brown was a reminder of what this team accomplished, which was pretty much everything they were told they couldn't throughout the course of the year. And I think when the veil comes off now, the idea that this particular team was a championship contender, I think the reality that they weren't was apparent over the final few games.
Well, final few games, I think more so when you think about Tatum and you know, some of the things that happened to him in these last 3 games. Embiid came in, he was so dominant, and you thought that you'd have an opportunity, but you cannot win them all. And you look at your team, if you're a Boston Celtics fan, and you are proud of the way they played. Even when you lose, sometimes there's honor in a way that you lose a basketball game because your team fought hard. And we've seen teams, well, like, think of it like this. They could have did like Atlanta. And we could have been here and just going, oh, my God.
Look at what Orlando happened last night to them.
But they didn't. Yeah. And they clawed. They got back in it. And, God, just had opportunities. Brown missed a 3. You had Pritchard over there miss a 3. White missed a 3 trying to tie it up, and they just couldn't tie it up. If they could have tied it up or taken the lead, something extraordinary could have happened.
They needed to shoot just 33. Like all year long, the Celtics just needed to have a decent night shooting threes. When they did, they were unbeatable, and they didn't over the final 3 games of the series, ending up at 27% tonight. Matt Stenberg produced all year. Tyler Newsom was with us here at the Garden. Studio crew led by Joe Murray, Sean Silver all year, Mary Mena, Rick Radzik at our flagship station 98.5. So many people to thank, but we get to this point every year, and the people we want to thank most are all of you who go through a lot of hoops to hang out with us, to match up the audio to the video with the 18 different ways games are delivered right now. But you guys are the reason that Max and I do what we do every year. I don't want to get too far into it, and thanking you guys because all your friends on the morning show will, make a story out of it. But for the most part, this is about all of you, hanging out with you, and telling the stories of this team. And we have been so unbelievably lucky in 25 years, Max. When you think when we first came together, the Celtics had missed the playoffs 6 years in a row. And now our 25 years together have resulted in 22 trips to the playoffs, 10 conference finals, and so many stories that we never, ever thought we'd have the chance to tell.
Yeah, these are magical moments that, you know, sometimes, you know, you can't take in the vision for looking ahead. But this is one of the things that, you know, you take in and you look at this team competing. You look at the ownership group. The ownership group has changed. So you know what, you know, you have now another strong owner who is coming in to do some things. So this team is in good hands. And Joe Mazzulla was fantastic this year. I mean, fantastic. Coaching, everybody he touched normally had a positive thing tonight. This is one of the first times you see that he reached to the bench and some of the guys who hadn't played, and they really didn't come up with any points tonight.
All year long, I've been calling it the gap year. Greatness, always possible. And that, to me, was what I thought about this season that we got to share with all of you. The Celtics are beaten in Game 7. The final is 109-100. The Sixers advance. And the Celtics will go back to having the expectations back on their shoulders with a healthy Jason Tatum and a healthy Jaylen Brown on opening night. When Max and I talk to you next in October. Plenty of people to thank, plenty of highlights to listen to, and that will begin right now. Reverse jerseys on opening night here at TD Garden as this most fascinating of Boston Celtics season is about to begin. Celtics will wear the road green tonight. White letters and numbers. They will go left to right in the first quarter on opening night. Sixers will wear the home white tonight in Boston. Boston by 17. White has it punched away. He can go in the backcourt to get it. Attacks Fears. Moves into the corner. Hauser, catch and release. Three is good for the corner. And the Celtics are pulling away.
Man, like thoroughbreds. Gallop, gallop, gallop.
Cavs do not have to foul. Everybody on their feet. Pritchard down the right side. Pull up, 12-footer. Got it!
Oh, the man is gold tonight. He's golden.
Cavs down by 2. 0.6 of a second. Donovan Mitchell gets it into Mobley. Launches along 2. It's short. And the Celtics have won the ball game. A remarkable finish to a remarkable night in a remarkable week in an unexpected season for the Boston Celtics, who upset the Pistons in the game of the year on Wednesday night and may just have topped it coming into Cleveland on a back-to-back and beating the Cavs. The final score, Boston 117, Cleveland 115. Derek White across the NBA Cup logo at center court. Duran down in his defensive stand. Shireman pulls away on the screen. Derek White pulls up and takes the three and drills it. Derek White couldn't buy one a couple of weeks ago. Now he's put the Pistons up against it, down 4 in the final minute. Peyton Pritchard out of the logo against Emmanuel quickly. Shot clock down to 8. Pritchard's third quarter brought them here. Now Pritchard driving, spinning, pulling up from the elbow. Got another one.
He is sick with it. Sick with it.
Trying to get it to Jaylen.
They're making sure he doesn't get this basketball.
Trying to keep it away. Now Jaylen, left-hand dribble drive, pulls up at the dotted line, floats it up. It rattles home, and Jaylen Brown has his 50-point game against Kawhi and the Clippers in L.A. 133-109. Peyton Pritchard will just hold it. The clock will hit triple zeros. And Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night, because the Boston Celtics, who have compiled unexpected win after unexpected win, dive deep in the playbook tonight. They sit the starters, come from 20 down, beat the Pacers, and have won for the 13th time in the last 17 games. The final score, Boston 103, Indiana 95. Only for a second, pulled away by Washington, but his lead pass picked up by Derek White. Shovel for Pritchard, open, 3, short, offensive rebound, two-hand slam, Jason Tatum.
That was what I tell you, Sean. I hope his first shot was going to be.
Tatum, one dribble behind the Queta screen, steps into a straightaway 3, rims out, offensive rebound, Queta and the putback. It is extraordinary, the player he has turned into. And he has been much better in the final quarter of the season than he was at midseason. Miami trails by 17 now with 5:21 to go. It's in the hands of Tatum. A 23-point triple-double for Jason Tatum tonight. Switches to the right hand. Pulls up, steps through on Jaquez, runs it off the window and in. 25, 16, and 11 for Jason Tatum. In safely, Bane, corner 3, no good. Rebound, Shireman. And And in a season full of winning games they had no right to win, and in a season full of doing things they were told they couldn't do, the Boston Celtics paint their Picasso on the final night of the season with their top 9 out. They come from 11 down to beat the Orlando Magic by a final of 113 to 108. Simply extraordinary. In game 1, the Celtics will wear the traditional home white, green letters and numbers. Their best record this year was in these uniforms. They will go left to right. Philadelphia in game 1 will wear the road blue uniform, white letters and numbers, red trim, red stripes along the side. Opening tip between EST and Adem Bona. Scott Foster will toss it up. And the 23rd playoff series between the Celtics and the Sixers is underway. Sixers control the tap. It's in the hands of Tyrese Maxey, who is going to have a monster fortnight for the Sixers to have a chance. And the rebound pulled down by Jaylen Brown. Philly's just 2 of 14 from 3. Tatum, pull up on Bona. 3, got it. Oh my goodness, is this not the Eastern Conference's worst nightmare? Tatum did a great job to pull away and not foul. Tatum, another rebound. Push pass, open, Hauser, 3. Good night.
Boy, the boy feeling good about himself. Real good.
It's a 28-point game 1 lead. Missed another one. Keita back taps the rebound. Hauser saves it from going into the backcourt, into the hands of Derek White. Lobs it to Jaylen Brown, left side against Drummond. Jaylen, jab step, now the pull-up 3, swish.
76 is over there imploring him to shoot the basketball. He said, I'll oblige you.
Philly's 13-point lead down to 6, 74-68. Pritchard, watched by Grimes. Shot clock at 11. Celtics want this 2 for 1 here with 39 seconds now remaining. Pritchard moving to his left. Deep 3 over Paul George. Got it!
Paul George backed away, and there Pritchard to shoot it.
Peyton Pritchard has entered the chat. 2 big threes late in the 3rd quarter. The Celtics going to close this show here in the next couple of minutes. Tatum steps to his right, leads into a 3, scored, and the foul, and game 4 is over.
Somebody go get your mama's sandwich bag, man, because somebody needs some meals to eat.
This is an all-time road playoff bludgeoning that the Celtics are inflicting tonight. Final 6 seconds. Pritchard will launch a 3. It is no good. The ball appropriately enough in the hands of Maxey. And a season that began with 3 straight losses that surprised nobody ends with 3 straight losses nobody saw coming. And the simply extraordinary, feel-good 83 games that came in between for the moment become consigned to an afterthought and a feeling right now that is anything but. For the first time in franchise history, the Celtics lose a 3-1 series lead, and for the first time in their franchise history, the Sixers come from 3-1 down and in the process exercise 44 years of demons and finally eliminate the Celtics. The final score in Game 7, Philadelphia 109, Boston 100.
And that's the story of the Boston Celtics for 2025-2026. I'm Mark Dondero with you here. 109-100, the final at TD Garden in Game 7. Probably not the right guy that you want on right now because I don't feel good about this series. I don't feel good about the series. I don't feel good about the season. I don't feel good about the direction of the team. Now, granted, I'm emotional right now. But that was a disappointing... Well, let's start with the good. Okay, let's start with the good. Okay? They fought hard. I thought that was a championship effort put out by the Celtics tonight, so that's good. They fought hard. So, I'm happy that they did that. They looked like they had some fight. They didn't roll over like last year against the Knicks. They had some fight. So that was good. I thought Jaylen Brown, by and large, showed up, was good. So that was good. But too many of their old habits appeared too frequently, and that ruined this team. That ruined them, and that ruins yet another season for the Boston Celtics. And I've had it. Okay, do you understand me? I have had it. With this approach, with this philosophy, with the nerds, with the analytics, all of the above. I've had it. So, I don't know what you want me to say. I can't stand three-pointers. I can't stand it. I hate them. I used to like them. Now I hate them. I hate them. I want them gone. It ruined this season. It's ruined other seasons. It ruined last season. And nobody wants to do a damn thing about it. Nobody wants to do a damn thing about the philosophy and approach. It's malpractice. So until they learn that they're not going to be able to three-point people to an NBA title, this is going to happen every spring. You will find yourself on the mat, blowing leads, blowing games, losing series. Not to mention they blew the 3-1 lead this, in this series. I'm sorry, I'm upset. I can't stand them doing this. Especially tonight. They started the game 2 for 12 from 3, and then they got back into the game because they stopped taking the threes. They stopped. That's what got them back into the game. (34-27). They got it back to 34-27 after they were down 15. They stopped taking threes. They went on a 10-2 run because they stopped taking threes. Okay? Then in the fourth quarter, they were down 88-78. They got it to 92-91 because they stopped taking threes. Then they had a chance to win the game, and what did they do? They started taking threes, and Pritchard missed, and Hauser missed, and Brown missed, and they lost the game. Why? Because, they suck in close games. I'm upset. I appreciate Grandy's words at the end. I just, I have no respect for the regular season in the NBA, so, whatever. They had a good year. They had some nice wins. I think none of that means anything to me. So I'm sorry. Doesn't mean anything to me. Good for them. They played hard. They beat teams that were tanking or quitting or sitting out because they don't want to play double back-to-backs. Yeah. So, I just, Mike, here's my question. And, I thought Joe Mazzulla did some good things in this game. I thought going to the zone defense at the end of the third quarter was a good move. I'm perplexed with the starting lineup. Guys haven't played. Ron Harbor, I don't know what that was. Hadn't played together. Whatever. You're trying to shake it up, send a message. I get it. Whatever. My question is, with the three-pointers, does this extend beyond Joe Mazzulla? Is this an organizational philosophy that is being mandated down to Joe Mazzulla, or is this his, baby, Mazzulla ball? It needs to go. Needs to go. This identity needs to be eliminated now. So I don't know what that means. I don't know if that changes the way you scout. I don't know if that changes the way you draft. Changes the way you approach your roster, free agency, your coaching staff. This philosophy needs to go. You can't do this anymore. You blew the series against the Knicks in disgusting fashion last year because of this. You've blown this series because of this, Tatum or not. And it absolutely 1,000% contributes to your inefficiency in close games, and we saw it again tonight. I was supposed to go to a quick break, wasn't I? Yeah, I didn't do that. Sorry, Matty. Quick break. We'll wrap it next on the BetMGM 98.5 The Sports Hub, Celtics Radio.